Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed.
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at another absolutely gorgeous Thursday evening exploration. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. And tonight, guys, it is a doozy, a very big night for us here at the community of Explorations. We are diving into, the program works, but we also got a mail night, and we are also announcing our newest Explorer of the Month for July 2025. That and much more tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing out there? Oh my goodness, it feels so good to be with you. How are we doing? Give me some feedback. I need to know. I need to know the energy that we are filled with right now in the chat. Please let me know. Verbalize it. Type it out. Let me know with some emotes. Namaste. I can feel some electricity in the chat already. I can feel some very direct, very excited energy looking for the path of the next level that we speak about so frequently here at Explorations. Namaste, everybody. Welcome in 99% Erect. Great Thursday. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm tired, boss, says Trump. I'm tired, boss. You better get over it. You better get over it. I feel tired and want to die, says Grandpa Liquor. Wanting to die, there is no better position to be in than the clarity of wishing for death, but it not coming, ladies and gentlemen. Is it good? No. Is it comfortable? Absolutely not. But is it the most clarifying and clarified position that you can be in? To be able to imagine with clarity the death that will not come, the myriad ways that the universe has removed the yoke from our brothers and sisters, but here you stand, here you lay, here you sit at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. And why? We don't have an answer. There are no answers. There are only questions tonight. No answers, only questions, no experts. Namaste, everybody. How are we doing? How are we doing? It's so wonderful. 5 days into being married and already want to die. Well, that wasn't going to fix it. And if anything, it made it worse. Even if it's going good, it made it worse because it illuminates the distance between you and your betrothed. That's real. You want some real talk about that? Nindy New with 100 bits. Thanks so much, Nindy New. I'm sipping on Diet Dr. Pepper tonight, by the way. Just a simple Diet Dr. Pepper. Namaste. Rogi University, beautiful. I'm saying a quick affirmation for fellas. Listen, Reebok is just not what they used to be. I wish it wasn't the case, but it's what it is. And that's for fellas. That's for fellas. Ladies, cover your ears, non-binary, whatever you are, cover the ears and look away from the screen. That was for the fellas. Nindy New, 100 bits. Each and every single one sending a message. The program works. Craigulators gifting 5 community subs. Craigulators also hosting a July 3rd get-together in the Discord. So if you're looking for some camaraderie, if you're looking to have some sippy sips during tonight's exploration, go ahead and head over to the Elk Lodge on the Discord server. Namaste. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Nindy New and Craig, look what you did. Nindy New and Craig, look what you did. Namaste. I really hate this. Ladies and gentlemen, as we settle in for this Jazz Express, I want to underline something in your minds and in your hearts as we settle in, but also get unsettled. You know, that's that dance that we do here at Exploration. It's sort of getting settled in for our exploration, as we always do. But also, ladies and gentlemen, at the very same time, in our becoming settled, we should find ourselves unsettled at the same time. Tonight's going to be a night like that. Namaste, Cooker Pie, 10 community subs. Cooker Pie, 10 community subs. Wow, we are barely into tonight's exploration, and the energy is insane, absolutely intense. Everybody here to work, everybody here to put in the work that Exploration is the most effective personal power program in the world that this program demands. This program demands from each and every single one of the explorers. If you want to make this program work, you better work it. And I see Cooker Pie working the program. Namaste. Also, Nindy New, thank you so much for that single gifted sub to BJP Cat. BJP Cat. Oh my goodness gracious. Stone Monster, 25 bits. Blessings and namaste. Craigulator's gifting 5. Craigulator's going absolutely donkey shit in our community tonight. 5 more community subs. Oh wait, that was 4 minutes ago. Never mind. False alarm. Appreciate those first 5 though, Craig. Namaste. Oh Lord, Nindy New. 4 minutes ago. Listen, guys, we've got a lot to get through tonight, a lot to get. Oh, you know that I don't enjoy this. You know that I don't enjoy this Jazz Express. I don't experience pleasure doing this. It actually causes me a great deal of pain and suffering to be doing this with you all, but I do it because I am commanded to do it. I am commanded by the community and Twitch.tv to sort of channel the vibrational energy around me through the majesty of jazz as gifted to us by Joseph Smith and the Mormon faith. That's right. Thank you, Mormons. Do we have any Mormons? Can we get some ones in the chat if you're Mormon? Namaste, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. From coast to coast, we have been changing and transforming lives from the ground up. Every single person, I absolutely guarantee that every single person who has interacted with this program and really let it into their hearts has found their life transformed from day one. That's how effective this personal power program is. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to explore, and this program is designed to explore. Explore what? Explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power coursing through your veins right now. Yes, here, right now, this is what you see. This is the program. The program is working right now. You might be wondering, when does the program start? Quick affirmation for fellas. As far as Reebok has fallen in the recent decades, you can always look to the good old New Balance in Saucony as well. And listen, if you're wondering if the program has started yet, yeah, the program has started. Oh, is it working on me? Yeah, it's working on you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's sometimes the incline at first with depending on the state of our lives as we punch in here to the program. Sometimes the state of our lives, the incline isn't so sharp at the beginning, but I guarantee, I get 100% guarantee you. I'll come over to your house and I'll give you $1,000. I'll give you $1,000 if it's not true in 3 weeks, that you can look back at the journey that you started tonight and you tell me that this program didn't work, that this program didn't put a little more money in your bank account, give you a little more energy, give you a new passion for your relationships, sort of retransform your understanding of self and reality, being able to see beyond the veil for the first time maybe ever in your life. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. That I guarantee and so much more with the most effective personal power program in the country. Namaste and welcome in. Namaste and welcome in, explorers. Here we are. Big night tonight. Big night tonight. How are we? How are we? So, guys, you know my normal orders of business. Trumpets, there we go, you son of a bitch. I love that. Slow boy YouTube. Christopher at YouTube, good to see you. I got my YouTubers as well. Guys, YouTubers, I never want you to feel ignored. Right now, we're having to do a sort of we had to temporarily remove YouTube from this little Twitch chat overlay because the Twitch admins, you know, it's a split. Some of them really believe in this program, but then some of them are the sort of jackals and rapists that we speak about. They've infiltrated even the Twitch administration, and right now they're cracking down on combined chat overlay. So right now we've removed YouTube for the time being. I've also tested all the commands over on the side of YouTube. So if you put in a super chat and it works, it doesn't work, I'll have to disable it. But everything looks fine on my end. I might have to go deeper into the problem and go to the help desk of the software I use, maybe possibly. But even, let's just wait and see when the time comes. Wait and see when the time comes. Nindy knew with a communal vision. Can't wait to get into this perspective. My landlord wouldn't put a second tub in my storage unit. I glued 2 garbage bins together and it works terribly, but counts a second tub. The program works. Nindy knew that is wrong. Nindy knew, I take no pleasure. I take no pleasure in kind of giving you a spanking like this right up top. Right up top. Sorry, trash cans? Brother, you can go to Home Depot and get 2 trash cans for about $15. That does not count as a second tub. That does not count as a second tub. Christopher Miller asking about the hot dog functionality. Listen, I've got some news coming up about the hot dog. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry your little head about that. All right? Yeah, no. So we're not. Listen, I'm not gonna play this game with you right now. But Nintendo, I understand that was in good faith. This trash can business. I don't know. You know, the whole 2-tub thing is about status, right? It's about affluence, right? If you have 2 tubs, your life's going good. 1 tub, life is shit. All right, and we all need a line in the sand. All right, I'm tired of this idea that success is as you define it. Are you happy? Are you fulfilled? No. A child thinks about life that way. A child or a child-minded person. Pepperoncini with 100 bits and looking for an affirmation. I can't wait to affirm men in just a moment, but bathtubs. If you have a hot tub, but the hot tub has to be in addition to a bathtub. You can't have like a quick affirmation for fellas. Listen, you of all people need to allow yourself to fail when you are failing, all right? Let it sing through the depths of your heart how deep of a loser you are when the time comes. Now, as I was saying just a moment ago, yeah, I wish I had a hot tub, not me. Yeah, for sure. That'd be nice, right? That'd be nice, right, hon? Yeah, that'd be nice. Getting a hot tub. Oh, look at me, I'm in a hot tub. That could be you, but it's not. And that's important to keep in mind. If there's anyone else that's in the position of not Mish right now, not Mish saying, I wish I had a hot tub. And if there's anybody else maybe finding themselves thinking and feeling the same exact thing that Namish is just expressed in the chat, I wish I had a hot tub. Make sure you let that sting, all right? Make sure you let that marinate. Let that crock pot overflow with disappointment. Namaste. Much like those that are close to dying find themselves the most alive, those that are the most disappointed are the most activated. Ladies and gentlemen, let it sink into your heart. Namaste. So, listen, I'm not getting into this trash can business. Listen, if a moderator can deal with that, there's a moderator in chat that can deal with this business going on with the trash cans and the hot tub. I do not have time for that. Pepperoncini. Okay, real quick. Thank you so much, Pepperoncini. Ordering a hot tub meditation. So a guided meditation for hot tubs. Okay. The sweet gurgles envelop your torso. You cover the hole so that the jet goes between your butt cheeks, through your labia, or around your taint, and through the front of your pussy. Forget the taint, you have a pussy. So it goes through your butt crack, through your labia, past your vagina, and then up towards your urethra. It goes the whole length. You imagine this for about 30 minutes every day while in public transportation. It's cold, hard. There are stains on the seats that look down. Never has the disappointment stung quite this much. And namaste. That was a guided meditation specifically for all those. Mainly, let's just give that to not Mish. Cougar Pie. I have a whirlpool tub in the master bath. I never use it. Cougar Pie. Look at that. Cougar Pie saying I have a whirlpool tub in the master bath. First of all, master bath. You know that bitch got more than one tub. On top of that, bragging about a feature that I'd maybe say that none of you have in the chat right now. Cougar Pie is the only one with a whirlpool tub and saying, I never use it. Only bringing it up to let you all know that she's never used it. She has so much indulgence in her life that she doesn't even feel interested to take full advantage of it. That is success. If you're looking for a line in the sand, that is success. Wow. That's beautiful. Thanks so much, Cougar Pie. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that tonight. Now, guys, like I said, we got a lot to get through before we open up the lines. And as you see on the bottom of the screen, what we're going to be exploring tonight is that the program works. It's been a while, but every once in a while, we need to take stock. We need to take stock. We need to look back. We need to invite some new people in that have been kind of lurking, waiting for their chance to introduce themselves. And also, those of us that have been here for a while, we need to let our transformation be expressed. Because there are many people, many different kinds of people in this program looking for the transformation afforded to them by the next level that we speak about so frequently here at Explorations. And what better way than to explore the potential transformation than to hear from some probable like-minded folks out here in the chat right now. Yes, I spelled folks with an X because it's the most perverse and makes my stomach hurt when I even think about it. And that's what I do as a meditation for myself. Namaste. So listen, we're going to be exploring that the program works tonight. The program works. Namaste to you. Welcome to Explorations. That's what we're going to explore in just a moment. But first, couple orders of business. First, the normal ones. Real quick, normal ones. We've got. First of all, we got the old, you know what, guys, the P.O. box, and we're going to be doing some mail tonight. We are doing some mail tonight. So in the meantime, though, send me some mail, postcards, letters, or packages, whatever you want to send me. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647 is where you can find me, and we can sort of establish that physical connection, which I badly need from you all, certainly through that post office box. Namaste. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois. Now, let's go ahead and take another step, guys. If you find yourself here at Explorations, you're wondering what's the next step. Where do I find the real materials, the real challenging stuff, the stuff that is trying to get Leslie killed by the jackals and rapists that we discuss so frequently? That's where you could find yourself on over at the community of Devoted Light at Patreon.com. The community of Devoted Light at Patreon.com is where I host my library, growing library of exclusive materials. Ladies and gentlemen, this stuff that I have to give you will knock your socks off. I'm going to be putting a postcard in the mail in the next couple days. I've got prints I need to send, VHS tapes. I've got videos for you to watch tonight, podcasts, music downloads, a secret Discord channel upon which we look through, the sort of two-way mirror or whatever it's called, and we just judge and we make fun and we have so much fun, and it's largely at the expense of the poor. Sort of, we call you pigs. We do. We call you pigs. We call you livestock, cows. Namaste, Nindi Nu.
If I played professional football, I'd just be the strongest and fastest person on the field and win every single game.
It's just like that. It'd be a mindset for me. It'd just be a mindset for me. Thank you so much, Nindi Nu. I really appreciate that. Namaste. Yeah, M. Robert Cop loves the postcards. Yeah, if you're looking for a testimonial, look no further than M. Robert Cop talking about these postcards. Really loving the postcards. Really loving the postcards. Namaste, M. Robert. Now, ladies and gentlemen, so we got that, Community Devoted Light. And like I said, guys, we got a couple things to do. We got Mail Day and we got Explorer of the Month. So first we're going to do mail. But just to let you know, after this, we are going to be announcing the Explorer of the Month for July 2025. The moderation team and I, we spoke in our Mods Only channel, a Discord server, and we discuss it, we throw some names out, we sort of just jam on it for a little bit, and then eventually, after the dust settles, we put together a poll. And that's where the moderators and I just take a vote. One vote, one moderator, and just to see where we are at. Who among the explorers in chat right now deserve most to be acknowledged for the depth of their transformation, for the, for their, how consistently they go above and beyond, how frequently we see them participating in the chat, guiding our collective exploration every stream. And we've got a doozy to share with you tonight. So sit tight on that. I'm very excited. Well, I'll say this about the poll, though. It was a landslide. It wasn't even close. Nindinu gifting a sub to some Italian dude. Blessings and namaste. Thank you so much. I would love to donate to the program, but I'm not giving a dime to Twitch, Chomos, or the bald fuck Bezos. Well, listen, then it sounds like the community of devoted light is for you. And honestly, pound for pound, it's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good deal. You get people sub here, but they're for the same amount of money, they can be getting the videos, the podcast, in addition to all this, in addition to the stream and whatnot. That's what's waiting for them. A physical postcard? Get out of town. Physical postcard? Get out of town. Namaste. Okay, so guys, we're going to be announcing that landslide victor in the Explorer of the Month for July 2025. But first, let's get through some mail. We have 4 pieces of mail. I had 4 pieces of mail waiting for me when I checked the post office box. Now, first one is a postcard. First one's a postcard. So on the cover of it, there's a guy drinking beer with a beach in the background, right? A beach in the background. Some human figures on the beach, real big. I would assume it's the ocean. And so there's a quote on top. I will read that now, or have it dictated to me via the software. Zasirse gifting 2 community subs. Namaste, brother. That is so generous of you. Zasirse 2 community subs. I want you to know how much that means to me. Thank you. So I've been noticing how much work you've been putting in the program lately, and I can see sort of the transformation really taking root in your life. Namaste to you, okay? So yeah, we've got a special little telegram from Phil Z. Says on the front, I based my eardrums in your words like a degenerate gambler who lost a bad poker bet with his friends and has to run nude around the block, following it up with a dip of his scrot into a fire pit. We go ahead and repeat that. From Phil Z, our brother in arms, brother of devoted light, been here for years. Postcard. I based my eardrums in your words like a degenerate gambler who lost a bad poker bet with his friends and has to run nude around the block, following it up with a dip of his scrot into a fire pit. Phil Z. All right, so now let's read the back. Pretty standard back. It's from mypostcard.com. That's what this is from. This is a service, mypostcard.com. So pretty cool service. All right, so here we go. From Phil Z, the message is as follows. The earth has beckoned my spirit to return to its founding principles. What once was a bleak, soppy hellscape of tumult has sprung anew with promise and inevitable humping. I spend my nights dreaming of ways to equip more seating apparatuses in my vicinity to enhance my pleasure of the sit without regard to physicians that speak of sitting as the new smoking. My latest stationary acquisition is a folding rocking chair. Heretofore is named, quote, put this in your pipe and smoke it, end quote, on which I literally put things in a pipe and smoke them. When the horsemen arrive, I am prepared. In earnest, namaste, Phil Z. Wow. Wow. Powerful stuff. So I think what we can get, of course he's speaking in his riddles, but there's a degree of clarity that's not usually, part of his style. When I think about it, Phil is probably our Shakespeare, and I'm in love with that idea. So Nindinu having an idea and then just wrapping it up saying, I'm in love with the shit I just said. Namaste. I love that confidence. Blessings. Special namaste to you right now, Nindinu. All right. So we got an earnest namaste bleak, soppy hellscape has sprung anew. I think he's going to start fucking his wife, it sounds like. I spend my nights. He's trying to get more chairs. He's trying to get his bag right. Get some nicer furniture. And he's ready for death. That's what I took as the last line. When the horsemen arrive, I am prepared. So the horseman being a reference to the book of Revelations in the Bible, the 4 horsemen who stood at the corners of the earth and held the winds still for 7 times 7 minutes of silence or something like this. So Phil, horny, ready to fuck his wife, and ready for death in a rocking chair. Now that is fucking awesome. Namaste to Phil Z. Namaste to Phil Z. Blessings, very warm blessings to Phil, wherever you are, brother. Now, next up, we've got a... Oh, I know who this is from. They didn't even put their name on it. Actually, no, I don't know who this is from. Pepperoncini with a communal vision. Shakespeare was likely multiple authors, which would explain Phil's size. So Pepperoncini getting a little dig in on Phil Z being a fat guy. So Phil Z, and those of you who have not seen Phil Z, Phil Z's a fat guy. He's a big fat fella. And so what Pepperoncini is trying to say right now, and this is my understanding of the communal vision, is that Shakespeare, likely being multiple authors instead of one, Phil Z also being the size of multiple people. So a little play on words, having some fun. Now, this next postcard, it's fun and cute. It's just a picture of a dog. It's a picture of a dog in a high chair with reading glasses on and a birthday hat. Pretty cool stuff. And then on the back, it just says, it's addressed to me, Leslie Tanner, P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois, 60647. And a message that says, the program works. What an appropriate night to get a message like this. The program works. There is no other information other than that it's from Amsterdam. So somebody made a little trip to old Nederland and sent us a postcard back. Namaste to you, whoever you are. Are you in chat right now? Yeah, the phone's not on. The phone's not on. I'll tell you when it's on. Phone's not on yet. All right, guys, let's get to it. So next up, we got 2 envelopes. One's big, one's normal. And the normal is from you know who. German royalty. So I can only assume what is inside. Those of you who, maybe this is the first mail night you've seen, what German royalty does is he kind of, whenever he goes to the mall or to an arcade or maybe to like a Chuck E. Cheese or something, he goes to the photo booth and he snags all the extra pictures that don't get picked up by the people who take the pictures. And he throws them into an envelope and he sends me them. So I don't know what the demographic of his area looks like, but I assume it's largely Hispanic, Latino, because I got about 80% of the pictures that I get from him from these photo booths are about 80%, they're strangers, and they're almost all Hispanic teenagers. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love getting these. A weird thing to do for sure, but ultimately, harmless and fun. And I love it. 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 I do. Now let's go through them. Let's go through them. German, are you here? Are you with us? Nindy knew, I am kind of 20% uncomfortable with this segment. # true crime. Well, they'll have plenty of footage from which to make their little YouTube documentary about, because they can just go through the documentation of the pictures here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. They can whatever, I don't know if it's Nexpo or that one Scottish guy, I don't know if you watch it. Not my temporary roommate, not me, enjoys that, hearing the terrible stories that young man has to share while she gets ready for the day. I know that. 00X000. Namaste and welcome to Explorations. We're doing a quick mail night before we open up the line. And so we got, moderator, not Mish, enjoys the, enjoys, I forgot, I don't know the name of that channel. Is it Frederick? No, I don't know who it is, huh? But anyway, so if they do make a documentary out of it, if he ends up being a serial killer, it'll be great promotion for the channel. So that's good. Chill. Okay, so, this is cute. So this is a black family of 3, child and parents having a really nice time. They're goofing, they're cheesing, they're goofing, they're having fun. Sometimes in these situations, and this has nothing to do with race, but the men are uncomfortable in these pictures. And I love to see a guy caught loose in these pictures with his family, with his wife, his girlfriend, his friends, or whatever. I love it, seeing him get loose, smile, have a goofy kind of fun, not need to be a tough guy, not need to be a center of attention, just kind of part of the experience. And this is definitely what's happening in this picture. Namaste. All right, so we got another. Is this a family or? I can't really tell. But there's a child, and what I'm clocking is 2 women. But they're goofing, they're having fun, they're cheesing. The one in the back feels weird, but she's trying. She's trying, which is nice. All right, so then we got this next one. A woman with a veil on and a little girl, and the little girl, they're having fun. They're cheesing. She's got a little icy. She got an icy at the mall. That's cute, huh? Got triples of that. Let's go ahead and skip. Quadruples of that. Holy moly. All right, now this is classic. Now this is just a couple. And they are good looking. They are charming. I would buy a house or a car from that guy. He's got just a believable, nice smile. And she's a sweetheart. They're really in love, and you can tell, and that's nice. That's nice. Then this one we've got. What I'm clocking is a grandma and a grandson, and this is cute shit. This is cute shit. This is the grandma is like really just soaking it in. You can tell her like soul is soaking in the moment like a sponge, goofing around. And the son is he's a cutie little handsome. He's got a pumpkin head, cutie little handsome boy. All right, almost done. Oh, here we go. Yes, and we got triples of him. Guys, now we got quadruples of this guy. I don't know if this is German royalty, but this is going to be German royalty in my head. Once in a while, guys, what we get is a solo shoot. And you're not going to be able to see it. But it's a guy, solo shoot. Oh, man, that's awesome. And he feels good. He's got like a little head cocked back, like he's giving himself like a little, what's up, like girl eyes, like little kind of like sultry eyes, but each frame is like he becomes more self-aware. So that first one's like that, and then the second one, he's like, he realizes what he's doing, because they go, cheese, they snap the picture, and then he's got to reset for a new one. He becomes aware of what he's doing. He is uncomfortable, but his head hasn't really moved. It's just dawning on his face a little bit. The corners of his mouth come down. And then the third one, he's like, he's leaving. He's like getting ready to leave. He's like sad with himself. So that's pretty fun. German royalty, as always, I really appreciate. There's like a whole segment here on the stream, these weird little pictures from German royalty. Namaste to you. Now, final mail to open, guys. Final mail to open. And this is from our very own Butterfly Bula. Butterfly, I don't know if Butterfly is here, but on the back of the package envelope, Butterfly says, Open whenever. Don't wait for me, please. All right, then. But let it be known that this, whatever is in this beautiful package already, is from Butterfly himself. And, you know, while I open this, I'd like to take a second, just remember, you know, one of the first memory that's coming to mind right now of our Butterfly, Bula, is his performance, you know, maybe about a month and a half ago on Infatuations with Leslie Tanner, late night, going head-to-head against Phil Z, who dominated. But he was high as fuck on LSD. He was out in the middle of the woods with a little headlamp on. He was just high as shit and very entertaining to watch, and I appreciate that energy. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and open this. Multiple items in this. Multiple items. Here we go. All right, first one. First one's a harmonica. Is it not? There. It has the word harmonica on it. And hole 24, it says. Hole 24. Namaste, Butterfly. Really beautiful. Thank you so much, brother. We got a harmonica. I don't know how to play the harmonica, but I'm excited to learn. It's always very cool. When somebody's good at the harmonic, I know how to play the saxophone and some low brass instruments, but I do not know how to play the harmonica. Those are just tiny little holes. All right, so next up, guys, I had to pull a rubber band off it. It's a piece of canvas, and I think there's something illustrated on the canvas. Ooh, all right. So Butterfly has sent in a sort of, does it go like that or go like this? Or does it go like this? Well, I kind of like that. Does it go like that? No, probably like that. But yeah, so we got a bird. Beautiful bird. Beautiful bird. Namaste. Thank you so much. Beautiful bird. That's going up in the studio for sure. That's absolutely going on the wall post-haste. Namaste to you, Butterfly, for that. I love this little random assortment of things. All right, we got a hand. I'm just going to pull the rest out all at once. Ooh, we got a little note. So we've got puzzle pieces. Maybe it makes a puzzle. I don't know. And we've got a little ring. A little ring with a jewel on it. A little ring with a jewel on it. Namaste. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Thank you so much, Butterfly. That is, now these puzzle pieces, it's like an old-timey picture. I don't know what it's detailing, but let's go ahead and open up the note. Let's go ahead and open up the note. Calling me Dr. Tanner, which I appreciate. I'm not legally allowed to call myself as a doctor, but I'm not going to stop. That's for sure. Ooh, nice handwritten note. Nice butterfly on there, on brand. Now this is nice. This is a nice little card, a nice touch. Wow, namaste. All right, here we go. I painted the bird in like 20 minutes watching the stream. I had a hard time figuring what that said. Painting is another thing I will not keep up, LOL. So already declaring his failure. You know somebody's been around the program like that. Leslie, thank you tremendously for tolerating me for as long as you have. You and your community are so talented and engaging. I really do not belong here or on Twitch as a whole. Thank you for teaching me that. Namaste. The program works. Butterfly Bula. Namaste. Wow. Sad shit. Sad stuff. Namaste to you. But listen, if I can help sort of, here's one pet peeve I have, ladies and gentlemen. Because you might read that and your instinct might be, oh no, he doesn't feel good. We got to do something to help him. First of all, good luck. I'm a legally licensed therapist. I've been doing this for decades. I haven't helped a single goddamn person in that respect. I have not made one person feel better in my entire career. Now, as far as that's concerned, though, you might read that and be like, wow, self-loathing, self-hatred, this is bad. Did we really instill that in him? Ladies and gentlemen, you give yourself airs. Ladies and gentlemen, that self-loathing, that self-hatred was there for decades. It's been there since he was a child. And what we have done here at Explorations, Butterfly Beulah or Bula, I don't know how to pronounce it, we have given him the strength and the tools by which to confront and embody his self-hatred. Therefore, unlocking a power in his blood that he has only ever dreamed of in his deepest sleep. So, the warmest and strongest namaste possible to Butterfly Beulah right now. Butterfly Beulah. Very warm blessings and namaste to Butterfly Beulah today. Thank you so much, brother. And you keep it up. You keep it up. All right, guys, so it's that time. It's that time. Right before we open up the line, we have to announce our Explorer of the Month. So like I said, guys, for those of you that aren't exactly sure what's about to happen, the Explorer of the Month is a chance for me and the moderation team to sort of discuss among each other who among the explorers deserves the spotlight, some recognition. Somebody who consistently shows up and goes above and beyond what could be reasonably expected of them, both on the Twitch, on the Discord, special bonus points if they're a member of the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. But so towards the end of the month, we get together on that Mods Only channel and we discuss it. We throw some names out and see, where our mind's at, who we've been noticing. It really does take a team. And eventually, we get a handful of names that we all consistently mention, and then the dust settles. So at that point, that's when we start a poll. We put these names in a little poll on our Mods Only Discord channel, and we take a vote. Now, some months it's pretty close. Some months, some explorers, there are a lot of potential candidates. A lot of you have shown your commitment is very profound here at Explorations. Very profound. However, this month it was not close. This month it was a landslide victory for our Explorer of the Month of 2025. July 2025. It was not even close. Nearly every single moderator had this explorer's name on the tip of their tongue, on the forefront of their mind. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating and welcoming our new Explorer of the Month for July 2025. Guys, can we get some excitement and some namastes and some emotes, some explosions of emotion for our brother of Devoted Light, our explorer for 26 months, Nindinu. Nindinu has consistently gone above and beyond, providing an energy, a perspective that is equally nourishing, challenging, and unpredictable. Nindinu, one of the strongest explorers we have. It is me and the moderations teams a privilege and honor to acknowledge Nindy New's efforts in the program, making this a place that could not be anything other than exactly what it is with Nindy New with us. Duncan did it simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone. Namaste, Nindy New. Wow. Huge congratulations to Nindy New. So, guys, and with Explorer of the Month, as a lot of you know, it's not just about the real quick, pepperoncini. Nindy, I really hope you'll call in someday. Yeah, so we haven't gotten a single call from Nindy. That is one thing that we discussed. But honestly, even given that fact, even given the fact that Nindy New gifting 10 community subs, we do not deserve Nindy New. We don't. We simply do not deserve Nindy New, but here we are, embarrassed with riches and camaraderie and companionship in Brother Nindy New. Namaste, Nindy New. So, guys, as I was saying, with the Explorer of the Month, it's not just about the recognition. It is also about, we're going to be sending some very special stuff to Nindy New. So first of all, Nindy New is going to get a free top tier month of Community of Devoted Light, full top tier of the Patreon all month.
Being poor is bad.
And so there is not a single material on that on that Patreon thing that will be out of reach of Nindy New for the entire 30 days. Stone Monster 400, Big Dog, New Age Ideas. Nindy brings the heat. Namaste. Yeah, now blessings. Blessings. Now, so in addition to that, though, Nindy New will also be receiving something very special, some Leslie merch in the mail. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, he will be receiving a very, very special something, be that a print, be that a VHS tape, be that a secret thing that I haven't even announced yet that we're putting together behind the scenes, and we'll make an announcement later this month. But it's up to him. He will be receiving a special thing. So listen, if you didn't get it, if you felt like you deserved it, you didn't get it, you didn't deserve it, because if you did, you would have gotten it. Nindy New, Boner Town from Nindy New. So namaste, Nindy New. Yeah, Nindy New, respond to my message about what it is that you desire from the merch, okay? So yeah, if you're upset and you feel like you or someone else deserved it, just take solace in the fact that you are just very profoundly mistaken. If you deserved it, you'd receive it. That's how it works. So namaste to you, but better luck next month. Let's see you dig in. Let's see you try a little harder. Let's see you go above and beyond. Nindy New, congratulations to you, though. Now, guys, as we said, we are exploring the program works tonight. I have said enough. Now I need to listen and speak to all of you. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. The line is open. We're exploring. Oh, quick psychic emergency. One moment, caller. We're experiencing a psychic emergency right now.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Duncan did it to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 400 congrats Ninny and you well. The men come in these places and the men are all the same. You don't look at their faces and you don't ask their names. You don't think of them as human. You don't think of them at all. You keep your mind on the money, keeping your eyes on the wall. I'm your private dancer, a dancer. For money I'll do what you want me to do. I'm your private dancer, a dancer. For money and any old music will do. Repeat. Cheer 400 congrats Ninny and you well. The men come in these places and the men are all the same. You don't look at their faces and you don't ask their names. You don't think of them as human. You don't think of them at all. You keep your mind on the money, keeping your eyes on the wall. I'm your private dancer, a dancer. For money I'll do what you want me to do. I'm your private dancer, a dancer. For money and any old music will do. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Duncan did it. For that psychic emergency, sort of speaking in poems, speaking in riddles, and letting us know that this world is a lot darker and more complex than we think it is, raising that to the level of a psychic emergency. Namaste to Duncan. Let's go ahead. We got a caller on the line. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
you want to guess?
Who is this?
Do you want to guess?
Yeah, I know who it is.
Who is it?
This is Michaela. How are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm good.
Michaela,
I'm good.
you're good? Are you sure you're doing good? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I mean, yeah, I'm doing good.
Beautiful. Wonderful to hear that, Michaela. Doing good. Now, tonight we're talking about that the program works. So listen, you've been here for a couple months now, Michaela, and you have taken to the program in such a natural and enthusiastic way. Tell us, how have you found that the program has worked to transform your life?
Well, the program has told me that sometimes I need to get better at learning to be mean.
Interesting. So now this is an important one. Because a lot of people in chat right now, they're listening and they could stand to use, this lesson. So what I want you to do is just kind of explain that a little bit. How did you start off? What was that learning process like, and what have you learned?
Well, when I first came to the program, I thought...
Quote.
In my mind's
Quote.
eye,
We got a quote.
I
Please
imagine
hold.
a compound for us all to live in. Rooms with high-pitched piercing drones. Cold rooms that smell like shit. A shooting range for slurs. All of them. I give us 6 weeks before the wheels come off.
All right. End quote. Go ahead.
I'm a little distracted. I don't even remember what I was talking about because now I'm thinking about that quote. Whatever happened to the compound, Leslie? The program
It's
works,
coming.
but
It's coming. You can't rush this
Okay.
kind of stuff. You got to find the right property. It's got to. Also, you got to have the right kind of relationship with the local government. That is going to really come in handy.
In order for my gay
Quote.
patients to begin healing in therapy, we spend a lot of time discussing how homosexuality is a sin. They're perverts, and they'll never be able to change these simple facts.
All right, continue.
Right. Okay. The compound. So I understand that the funds are there, and the program works. But the program's, I mean, we literally have someone facing homelessness soon. So I feel like maybe the program should be more available, faster.
If you're thinking about, if you're thinking this program is going to be a homeless shelter, sweetheart, that is not going to happen. No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, no way. And let it be known that apology was sarcastic. No. Listen, I would never deprive someone of the travesty of homelessness. That would be, I might as well go and, molest them. That would be abusive on my part. Stone Monster 400, maybe the caller could bring them in.
Yeah, if they can move to Texas.
Yeah, your parents would like that, right?
No, probably not. I've figured out. I need a roommate anyway. Okay, so the program works. I mean, okay. Well, aside from like actually providing housing, I guess we can talk about how it works.
I mean, you want to have that discussion? We can have the discussion right now.
Well, it seems like maybe you just want to shut that down. It seems like maybe you don't have all your ducks in a row regarding that. So we can
I'm sorry. So we're challenging. Okay, so someone's confident tonight. I love this, Michaela. I love this. I love this energy. Michaela, so let's talk about that. The program works, and to you, when you hear the phrase "program works," you think that it, in order to work, it should. And I'm going to take a guess at what you think. Alleviate the suffering of the explorers.
No, Leslie, when I first came on this program,
Sure.
I was green. I was sincere. I was giggling a lot more because this whole thing seemed so funny. But now you see, I see how you don't care about any of us. Is that right?
I care more about you and more directly about you than anyone you've ever met.
Oh my gosh, that's an insane thing to
See,
say.
that laughter of recognition. That's what you call that in therapy. Laughter of recognition.
That was really good.
See, there we go. On some level you agree, and it's difficult to kind of just look at, right?
Yeah, no, it cuts deep, Leslie. It really does. It hurts so bad.
Right. Well,
Right.
listen, am I the one that's telling you to quit fun little groups that you're in?
You don't say much.
No, I say what's important. Communal vision coming in real quick from Mother Nipplebottom. Caller, does penis size matter? From Mother Nipplebottom.
For what?
Open-ended, up to you.
I think that's a arbitrary question. I mean, does nose size matter?
Matter to you? Matter for sexual anything? Pepperoncini with another communal vision. Michaela, if you want to reduce the suffering of fellow explorers, I would suggest calling in less.
I don't think I'm gonna do that. You see, I don't. If Pepperoncini suggests something, I just don't want to do it because I don't. I look at his life, and they say you should take advice from people that you want to be like, and that's not one person that I do. So, I mean, he threw a fit and he ran away, and then he came back because he doesn't have anywhere else to go.
Interesting, yeah. So you're not taking bullshit from Pepperoncini tonight. That's what I'm hearing.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I love the confidence tonight, Michaela. I love you're getting in there and you're throwing bows. So let's Pepperoncini, it's up to you to respond if you feel if that is appropriate. But listen, we can get into the real weeds of it. I do want to refocus back on our initial question for you tonight, though. But to put a little kind of period at the end of the sentence of what we were discussing as far as the program working and alleviating homelessness. No, that's simply real quick affirmation for women. Listen, if you are homeless, it is rarer, but it's even worse because you're weaker, to be honest. And that was for women, and that is an important message to keep in mind for all women. The world is more dangerous because you're not as strong as men, physically speaking.
That's a fact that we actually can't forget. We're not allowed to.
Well, some people try pretty hard.
Yeah. What was your question?
Well, we're not going to be alleviating homelessness. That is such a... Why would I take that away? That's... it kind of shows it shows how much power is waiting to be expressed inside of you. Cougar Pie says Michaela is sassy tonight.
Well, what if I'm just like that all the time? What if it's all
you're not.
Okay.
So anyway, the program works, and you said it's helped me to be more mean. And I guess we're kind of seeing a little bit of that tonight, which I love. So talk to me. What was it like at the beginning, and then how did the program change you from maybe less mean, maybe a nice young woman
Keep a
to
list of ways people have hurt you, and never let it go.
All right, and how do we go from being nice and affable to kind of a mean, sassy bee?
Well, when I first got here, I was feeling out the waters, and I'm used to being nice. Okay, I'm just going to go.
Pepperoncini with a communal vision. Is this your Chris Gaines era? Are you going to dye a red streak through your hair? So caller was terminated by Jessica Bears. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. You are coming on the heels of a termination by Jessica Bears, terminating Michaela before we could even really get to the meat and potatoes of her call. But listen, caller, it's great to have you. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hello, it's everyone's favorite caller. It's been a while. It's Dracula. Hello, Leslie. Hello. How are you?
Oh, it's so great to have you, Dracula.
Guten Tag and hello. The world is crazy nowadays, isn't it, Leslie? But the program works. We know it does.
Wow, it's so great. It's been so long since we've gotten to speak to you, Dracula. How are you tonight?
so long. I've been sleeping. The sun has been very hot, global warming and everything. So I've just been a lazy bones, you could say, right? Just watch some good, what is that, Love Island? Have you watched it, Leslie? What's your opinion, right?
I actually haven't watched Love Island, Dracula.
Why not? You're not into the pop culture? You're too cool for it? I understand it if you are.
I try to fit as much pop culture as I can get in. Honestly, I've been rewatching Grace Under Fire on DVD.
That is a great show. Great show. What was she, in Missouri or something? By the way, no one can terminate me because I'm an angel of death. So if you try...
Pepperoncini with Communal Vision. Drac Attack. Woo. Haha. I love your work, man. Big fan.
I get it, Pepperoncini. I love him. The fans, listen, they know me and you go way back. I was the first... Remember, I was the first viewer of your ever Twitch program? Remember that?
I don't remember that.
Why not?
Remind me.
Who was your
Remind
first
me.
viewer? Who could have been your first viewer other than me?
I believe it was Doofus Dusseldorf, actually.
How could you
or
know
not
that? Why
Mish.
would you remember that?
It's probably not. No, it was not Mish. It was absolutely not Mish.
How could you be so sure? Because she was double checking the audio mics or the doubling? No. Who was the first viewer outside of your residence that watched you? Do you remember?
That was probably Doofus Dusseldorf.
That's
there was
times.
one other.
Where is he?
What was the other guy?
Namaste.
Hold on, Doofus Dusseldorf.
No.
Hold on, Dracula. Let me answer your question. Not Mish. What's the name of that one guy that used to come around?
German royalty? No.
No, it wasn't German royalty. It was like buttons. They have the word buttons in the username. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember.
It's good you
Liquid
remember
Sloth.
the people
Liquid
that
Sloth.
Stuck with you. Yes,
Liquid Sloth.
Obviously.
That was the first
And then it
rando
was
that
me.
found it.
Right, and then me, Dracula.
Beautiful. Well, sure, Dracula. Yeah. So, but I think we're getting, we're losing the point that you're extremely important founding member here. Pepperoncini. Hey, Drac, can you do a Rick and Morty impression by chance?
I could never do a good one. There's only one person I know ever in the history of this program that can nail it. You know what I mean? Undeniably nail it. I could try. I don't even watch Rick and Morty ever since they fired that guy for...
Sir Dapper,
you look
namaste,
into it. It's not fair what they did to that guy, in my opinion, and I drink blood, so... Anyways, the program works. I just wanted to call in and say it's been a while, and obviously I promote this time anywhere I go in Transylvania. I tell them, have you seen Leslie Tanner? And they say, get away, Dracula. And they hit me with garlic in the face, and it's not pleasant. Have you ever been hit in the face with garlic? It's very bad.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Why not, though? See, this is the prejudice you face every day as Dracula. Anybody thinks they can throw garlic in your face because you're going to kill them at night, and I say, now I am going to kill you at night. You throw garlic in my face, I'm going to absolutely kill you later. I'm going to wait. You have to fall asleep. You don't have unlimited garlic, clearly. You threw one at me and thought that would do something, and so I kill you at night, and then that's it. And then I'm full, and then I wait 6 months, and then I call Leslie Tanner because the program works. Namaste.
Well, listen, no, don't go yet. Can we get a little your take on Love? What's it called? Love Island?
Oh yes, I love Vanessa. Is that one of them? It starts with a V. I watch it all the time. I'm sure of it. I can't get enough. I know exactly what channel it's on. I know all of it, but it's not about what I think. It's you don't follow things. You probably watch Wheel of Fortune and Deal or No Deal reruns, right? Those are good shows, though. I always pick 16. Always. It's always the winner. Did you know that in that show? Every time it was 16, and they didn't get it. It's always the million in the 16. But hey, people want to take a risk and try to get 500,000, 250,000. I mean, it's okay, but I'm Dracula. I can see. I watch every episode ever.
Communal Vision from Eater of Worlds 013. Got to hit him with the garlic and the steak at the same time.
It's true. That is a good method, but I learned Aikido or Akimbo. Some Japanese guy came into Transylvania. Before I ate them, he taught me you defend against. You know what I mean? So I could swat the garlic, I swat the steak, and I say, I know your face. And I ask them to give me their license. I say, I know who you are from like Fight Club. Remember that? That's a good movie. One would say it's almost as good as The Matrix, right? Almost.
Almost.
It's almost as good.
Almost, but not ultimately. I mean, that word almost is doing a lot of work in that sentence, though.
Really? You want to say 50% is good? Don't. That's like throwing garlic in my face a little bit.
What? I mean, are you head to head? Brad Pitt, Fight Club versus Keanu Reeves, Matrix? Neo would beat the shit out of all the characters in Fight Club.
But when you think about it, Brad Pitt's character would be the controlling personality of Keanu Reeves' head. So
Peppercorn Patty, Communal Vision, Dracula. How did you feel about the 2024 film Nosferatu?
I did not see it because I'm not interested in how these big movie companies just start taking, things that you don't
Jessica
have to
Bears
pay
with
for.
a Communal Vision. Yeah, Dracula. How many tubs do you have?
I have 18 tubs. Do you know how? Listen, Transylvania has gotten such a bad rap that honestly, when you're talking about a compound, Leslie, and now listen, you'd have to have a feeding tube, but I know a real estate guy. You could easily get 18 tub compound, Leslie. Think about that.
Pepperoncini.
For you.
Remember in The Matrix when Trinity says, dodge this? Such a good movie. The Oracle told him what he needed to hear to believe he is the one.
I mean, listen, Pepperoncini, I didn't even say that Fight Club was better, okay? I didn't even do that. I wouldn't have the nerve on a day of the program works to even try to insult The Matrix. However, 75% as good, Fight Club? Come on, right?
What, that it's 75% as good as Fight Club?
No. That Fight Club, Leslie, stop. Don't do this game with me.
No, I would say
okay?
50%, and that's being generous.
50? Okay. Well, listen, we agree to disagree. That's why the program works, because maybe I come around, maybe you come around, It's why the program works. Relax.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Yeah, sure thing, Dracula.
It is right. It is.
I suppose there's some truth there. Well, listen, Dracula, I really appreciate you.
It's been a pleasure, Guru. This always. As you know, I don't like to call in a lot because I sleep and I eat and I sleep and I eat and then I call. But when you take my call, the joy, you understand? The joy it brings me, and I'm sure because I am everyone's favorite caller, so the joy it brings your community is something that is.
I know.
It's good.
They cannot get enough of you here. Dracula. I owe him Godspeed. I really wish we could have had more time to explore the character of Mouse. And hold on. Godspeed.
In The Matrix. Wait a minute. You don't even know the mouse in The Matrix.
I was having it dictated to me. Would you please calm down?
This is almost
You're trying to get me. You're trying to get me, or you're not going. Pepperoncini says, no, I know, Dracula. I know you weren't insulting the...
Let's see. It's
no, I know, Dracula. I know you weren't insulting The Matrix. I just wanted to remember how good The Matrix is. What good is a phone call if you were unable to speak? Epic. Maybe.
Listen.
Sometimes I feel like he's being sarcastic.
The Matrix is great. The Fight Club is great. Nosferatu, if you like it, go enjoy because it is about me when you think about it. And
okay, final communal vision. Godspeed. I really wish we could have had more time to explore the character of Mouse. And the whole digital pimp thing. Imagine all the babes Neo could have practiced looking at so an agent couldn't fool him later. Wow.
He's right. And listen, that is the way I want to go out. Now listen, no more garlic throwing. The program works. I call back. I think Halloween will be appropriate. So I call back then, okay?
Okay, well, we'll see you on Halloween then, Dracula. Thanks so much for the call.
I love you. Namaste, Leslie. And the program works, everyone.
Namaste, Dracula. Wow. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Amelia.
Amelia, welcome back to the program, sweetheart. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing all right. The Matrix is pretty mid, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah? Go ahead. Speak more on that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't have a too in-depth of opinion on it. I've rewatched it, I think, once since I first watched it, and it just doesn't really do much for me. I think Fight Club probably has more artistic merit to it. I don't think Fight Club is anything too special either, but it's probably better.
I'm spamming the terminate button, and you're gone. You're gone. You're gone. Good luck. Homeless and with a fucking shitty opinion like that. Ouch. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Amelia. Hey, how's it going?
Amelia, great to hear from you. So tonight, listen, we are exploring the program works, Amelia. Talk to me. How has the program worked for you in your life?
Where do you even start when it's seeped into sort of like every facet of my existence? I mean, I think especially over the calls that we've had on the program, I've learned to harness more sort of some of the things we were talking about earlier, like my self-hatred, misery, despair, disgust, horror, and sort of relish in it.
Namaste. You've been terminated again. Do you really piss people off with that Matrix opinion? Doofus Dusseldorf. Resubbing. Explorer has a tail and a long vagina, so it comes far up into his abdomen. The program works. Be warned, insulting the Matrix could be your first and last mistake in the program. Namaste. From Doofus Dusseldorf. Brother, I can't tell you how good it feels to have you with us right now. Namaste to you, Doofus. Blessings and namaste. Not Mish with a communal vision. I love getting a perspective from this roommate of mine. Benson Boone, Moonbeam, Ice Cream, Crumble, Cookie, Labubu, Matcha. Boba, you've got to try this life hack. Don't look at the hostess when you enter the restaurant. Tradwife Core. Come with me to my favorite NYC hidden gem. You know what? I'm going to do you one better.
Wait, was that not Mish's communal?
That was Mish. Yeah, that was Mish.
Okay.
Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Beeps.
Beeps! It's Beeps! Beeps, how are you doing tonight? It's too long.
Great. I thought since it's the program works, I would share that I've got a new direct report. So
oh my God, I love that. Well, hold on. We got a psychic emergency kicking in right now. I'll be right back with you in just a moment, okay?
Okay.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Leslie to issue a psychic emergency. Benson Boom Moonbeam Ice Cream Crumble Cookie Labubu Matcha Boba, you've got to try this light pack. Don't look at the hostess when you enter the restaurant. Trad White Core, come with me to my favorite NYC hidden gem. Repeat. Benson Boom Moonbeam Ice Cream Crumble Cookie Labubu Matcha Boba, you've got to try this light pack. Don't look at the hostess when you enter the restaurant. Trad White Core, come with me to my favorite NYC hidden gem. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Not Mish. Appreciate that. That communal vision then turned into a psychic emergency because I thought it was that important. Cooker Pie says, for a long time, Keanu had the same accent in every movie. He sounded like a valley girl. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, he did. He was pretty similar. He had the same kind of Ted Theodore Logan, a little bit. I mean, kind of what made him so perfect, though. You can't argue with success. And you can. Actually, Beeps, let's go back. So first of all, we got a call from Beeps. Haven't heard from Beeps in a long time. Beeps, talk to me. We got a new report at work, and is this good or is this bad?
Mixed blessings, which I figure is what the program's about. You know, that internal suffering in the light of day. And so, like, it's really exciting that I have another person. This will be my second direct report. But she's kind of incompetent. Like today, like I've taught her how to process stool, like watched her and supervised her. And then like 7 times. And then today I had some surprise stool show up. Like a patient just shit himself with diarrhea. So they just caught it in a bucket and gave it to me. So I had to stay till 5 p.m. because they caught some diarrhea. Poor person. Cancer is not funny.
Well, it's not. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Cancer is not funny.
Yeah. So, but she did it wrong. So I had to go and redo all of it because I stepped out to get a snack and I thought she knew how to read the labels on the bottle and she just didn't. She went with her heart or something. And so when I came back in, it turned out she did everything wrong. But luckily, because the person really shat themselves, there was enough.
Okay, so you had a lot of I don't completely understand how this. I thought you get freeze-dried turds. Godspeed with communal vision. What if a clown had cancer? Is his big honk nose or his stupid floppy shoes? That would be a little funny, I think.
But what if he had tumors? Then it'd be sad. Makes you think.
Can we get a poll? Can we get a poll going?
Oh no!
Can we get a poll, please?
Human sexuality is debasing and hideous, and yet the ideas of transcendence or liberation provide a glimpse into an even deeper human perversion.
Yeah, if a moderator could put together a real quick poll. Thank you so much for the bits, Nigel. Blessings. Now, if we could get a quick poll though, if we could get a quick poll. So cancer is not funny, but if a clown had tumors in the shape of clown shoes or his red nose, would it be a little funny? Is the question.
I would vote yeah.
Never learned to do polls. I'll do it. One moment. Did you try being more considerate, Peep Peep? Some people can't transverse the acrovision to overcome having that lack of motivation. Maybe step away from the computer machine and have more sympathy.
I'm not. Is the computer machine my phone? Because I've stepped away from the computer machine.
All right, so let's go ahead. No extra votes. 2-minute poll, start poll. Guys, it's in the chat right now on Twitch. What if a clown had cancer? And the full question is in the is above chat. In the shape of a big nose or shoes, would it be funny? Answers being would be funny, not funny still. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so Beeps, let's get back to it.
Oh, to clarify, I get fresh poop and then I turn it into I process it, turn it into frozen poop, and then I store it as frozen, and then take little pieces of the frozen and analyze it that way. So I do work with fresh and frozen. So you're not wrong.
Okay. So, thank you. So, welcome, Poodle Skirt. Namaste to you. Please participate in the poll that's in the chat right now. Minute left. Cancer not being funny, we had a question. If a clown had cancer in the shape of a big honking red nose or maybe the clown shoes or something like this. Farm to table poop. Respect, says Duncan did it.
Huh.
Thanks so much, Duncan. Appreciate that perspective. Now, Beeps, so listen, you got an incompetent boss, right?
No. My boss is not incompetent because she trusts me to hopefully make this person competent. I'm not sure.
Oh, direct report is someone under you.
Yeah.
I get it now. I didn't understand it at first. Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Oh,
I understand.
I'm sorry.
No. I assumed the wrong thing. I'm not going to apologize, but that was me. So a couple seconds left on the poll. Let's see how that goes. Who? Poll ended. Would be funny. Okay, so the cancer that this clown would have in the shape of a big red nose, or in the shape of clown shoes, filling the tumor, sort of enlarging the feet and toes to fill up clown shoes. Maybe this would be a little funnier than just like normal cancer. Okay, so you got a direct report, incompetent, plays around with the poop, doesn't know what to do. How are you feeling though? Do you think that you can turn this employee around?
Honestly, I really want to. I really want to with all my heart.
So that's a no.
Shit.
Communal vision real quick from Sir Dapper. Peep beep, can we get a greater understanding of the responsibilities of your underling?
My underling, she was supposed to just take fresh stool and add liquids to it and shake it up. That's the basics of what she was supposed to do for half an hour today, and she added the wrong liquids. She also supports me by ordering just stuff off Amazon or all these science stores, and she accidentally double ordered a $3,000 item and just didn't notice. And she keeps messing up ordering, so I pulled her off of ordering. So that's why I'm slightly concerned. Is
let's make a call. So she's messing up, and you got to make the call of whether is it because she's dumb or because someone's not what's the deal? Is it a lack of emotional engagement, or is she really genuinely trying her best?
I want to hope that she's trying her best.
You want to hope, but you don't think she is?
Yeah, I'm thinking that it's not science, so the ordering, so maybe she doesn't care, so she's just blowing through it despite it being the boring part of her job description.
Mm-hmm.
But it also kind of makes me concerned as a scientist, what's her science looking like? Because she's supporting this bone marrow transplant
Fluxroom
project.
Zero with a communal vision real quick. Fluxroom Zero saying, caller, have you tried talking to her?
Talking, yes. I'm thinking my next conversation should be her preferred learning style. Because maybe we sat down to go over the guides I've written for her.
Listen,
and it turns out she didn't understand.
For some reason, the termination button is not working, but you just got terminated. So keep us abreast. Terminated. I don't know why the graphics not going off. I am not exactly sure what's going on. And I think it's OBS. It's not Sammy. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Amelia.
Amelia, welcome back to the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
So listen, you were telling us about how this program has worked in your life. I want to hear more. So what I remember you saying, though, was that it's helped you sort of see more clearly say it again. Was it a hatred?
Yeah, you need to develop your goddamn art taste beyond the Matrix. Since you
Okay, yeah, Pepperoncini said good night. Good night. Things are not going good for her. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
This is Mikey. This is the guy who competed on Infatuations and freaking lost.
Okay, Mikey, welcome back to the program. How are you tonight, brother?
I'm not doing good, dude. I'm not doing good. I feel like I deserved a better response after all that. I even showered that day, and you guys weren't even going to smell me.
Remind me again, who did you lose to?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't freaking remember.
Does anybody remember when Mikey got beat in Infatuations?
I think I lost to a freaking clown. There was like this freaking weird clown, and I think it beat me.
Oh, it was Dinky.
Whatever, I guess.
It was Dinky. You lost to Dinky the Dick Destroyer.
What was that about? You guys are all really weird.
Oh, Duncan. People are saying you lost to Duncan. Hey, listen, you've been terminated. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Peppercorn Patty, thank you so much for those 1,000 bits and saying good night to Mikey there. Second appearance in a row has gone very poorly for Mikey. Pepperoncini, namaste to you as well. Saying good night earlier as well to Amelia and Alistair earlier as well. Very generous, guys. Very, very generous. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Listen, I'm happy to help funnel more money in your pocket.
Amelia, talk to me.
Hi.
Yeah, talk to me. Let's get the program works.
The program doesn't work.
Continue.
Some people aren't really in this enough. Clearly, as it has not affected them in the way that should.
Well, how has it affected you? Let's talk, because there are other people that are similar to you, I'm sure, in the chat right now. Talk to me right now. How did this program, find you and then deliver you to where you are now?
Well, I first found this, I think, when Everything Now show rated you at some point. And that must have been a year or two ago. And I think I watched you then. And I thought you were it was very insightful. And I watched your appearance on the Everything Now show, a party quest you did a few years back.
I did.
And then around a year later, I had followed you, but I don't really watch anyone on Twitch besides Everything Now show. And now you. I ended up starting to tuning into your work more and more because I saw you, pop up on the sidebar after Everything Now show, since you guys kind of in a similar time slot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sort of got hooked. I really started to hear what you were saying, and it started to resonate with me, and I felt the desire to, call in and see not only what the program can do for me, but what I could do for the program. And then you sort of know where it was taken from there on.
Absolutely, yeah. So it really has been an amazing experience to work with you. I do remember those appearances on the Everything Now show. Those boys they're a talented, silly bunch, and I love just goofing around with them.
Yeah, they're great guys. I'd love for you to go back on one day.
I would love to as well. I'd love to.
I think the first call I made was when you were doing a collaboration with the Luke Man. I believe you recommended me go to a rage room.
Oh, I do remember that. That was on Luke Man's stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I tuned into some of his chat havers with Chris Chalaki.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I'm getting a lot clearer picture. So you've been with us for a while, Amelia, and listen, as I of course have a perspective of the program and the work that it can do in someone's life. But I am more interested in your perspective, though, Amelia. Genuinely, I want to hear. How have you seen your life go A to B? What does B look like for you?
Is bad.
I think materially, substantially, my life has gotten worse.
One moment, we have a real quick quote.
As the sole source of universal violence, I celebrate violence as I vault myself, a pig, onto a throne of pig's shit, chittering, masturbating, exalting myself as the sole source of universal violence.
Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and continue. So you were telling us exactly what B looks like right now. A to B.
Yeah.
B. Yes. Continue.
Okay, I think my life has gotten significantly worse.
Real quick communal vision from Psyduck with a gun. The Matrix isn't just a film. It's an existential query wrapped in revolutionary filmmaking. From its iconic bullet time sequences to its sleek dystopian aesthetic, the Wachowskis crafted a visual language that felt both utterly fresh and strangely prophetic. Not done yet. Real quick affirmation for ladies. Listen, if you haven't checked out The Matrix 1 through 3, I haven't seen 4 yet, but I'm sure it's just as good. Okay, to finish that communal vision from Psyduck. But beneath the thrilling action lies a profound philosophical rabbit hole. It forces us to confront the unsettling question, what if the reality we perceive is merely a meticulously constructed illusion?
My response to that is please watch literally any other movie and move on in emotional and artistic maturity from being 14 years old.
Listen, if you have not seen The Matrix, run, don't walk to get it on DVD or Blu-ray or simply a streaming service. This is fun. Like it's fun, but I really do think it is the greatest film ever made. So you're talking to us about how much worse your life is now.
Yeah, I think you have I hear being worse, and I think in a way it is bad for me, but also it is good for me. You have said yourself, you don't want like my or other people's lives to necessarily get better. You want us to be soaked in that terror. And I think I've really been able to embrace that and, walk down this path with you sort of holding my hand to there.
Absolutely. And one moment, Raiders. We've just been raided by Aristotle. Aristotle raiding with his crew. Namaste, Raiders. Welcome into Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. It is so wonderful to have you tonight. We are diving into the program works. We are hearing stories from explorers just like yourselves about how this program has transformed their life. Namaste to you. Blessings. Now, Aristotle, how was the stream? Brother Aristotle, how was the stream? What did you guys get into? What did you talk about? Now, okay. Now, so listen, Amelia, I can't to say that I'm proud of you is a hilarious understatement. A hilarious understatement. And we got a communal vision coming in from Mother Nibblebottom this time. Mother Nibblebottom says, if masturbation helps with anxiety, should we allow people to masturbate anywhere with a prescription?
I think we should probably pilot program that. I think there could be some value to that idea. I think, that sort of goes along a similar line as like state-assigned, like significant other,
I'd rather watch people jack off in public than bring their fake little service dogs around.
You got a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
And, yeah. Or like just, someone like using one of those inhaler things. This is all weird. It takes forever. Just jack off, right?
Holy moly. Well, we have you have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged, and many of them are so inured, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it. Now, Aristotle, we should have Aristotle on here to talk about the Matrix. Aristotle, would you do a stream with me where we discuss the Matrix as the greatest film that's ever been made? Also, Cooker Pie gifting 10 community subs. Cooker Pie, 10 community subs for the second time tonight. Namaste to Cooker Pie, 10 community subs. Wow! If you just received one of these community subs from Cooker Pie, please let me see you say your thanks in that chat. What a peach that Cooker Pie is. Holy moly. Wow, wow, wow. Thanks so much. Aristotle, let's talk about it, because I think that could be really important. I think it's very important that we revisit, important films like that. Because it's not just a high octane karate movie. It's this whole thing.
I think an art with the program stream would be good. Like just art in general, movies, TV shows, and how they can relate to the program. And we talked a little bit about that last time in our call.
We did, yeah. We went over. Every once in a while we'll cover media. Like media as it relates to explorations. Like, what are some program shows and movies and music and things like? Maybe we should do that again. Maybe we should do that. Yeah, let's do that.
I think that would be a good idea.
Let's do that on Saturday. I'm gonna think about that. That's a really beautiful idea, Amelia.
I'd call it.
Sfurinder at YouTube says Kung Fu, not karate. Well, he learned like 50,000 different martial arts in like 2 seconds. Remember? Sidek with a gun, the Animatrix is not just a collection of animated shorts. It's like that quirky, eccentric uncle who tells outlandish stories at Thanksgiving dinner that somehow, years later, start to make unsettling sense. When it first dropped, many of us probably just thought, cool, more Matrix lore, but like cartoons. And yes, it absolutely delivers on the cool animation front, with styles ranging from hyper-realistic to gloriously abstract, showcasing just how much the Matrix fucking rules.
The Animatrix is also incredibly mid. A friend showed it to me like a few months ago, and it just like, if you've also watched literally any other animation that has any actual substance to it besides watching like Dragon Ball or something.
Canned spinach. Pardon my language, but this stuff sucks dick. And I mean the bad way, like rape.
Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
It's pepperoncini, and man, I have been trying to get through. I'm frustrated. All of these women calling in and just yapping. I just rewatched The Matrix last week and would love to chat with you about it right now.
Please, pepperoncini, I would be bowled over for the opportunity to discuss the Matrix with you right now, pepperoncini brother. So pepperoncini, first of all, let's get this out of the way. I take it you enjoyed yourself revisiting the Matrix.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So not only did I watch The Matrix, but I also watched The Computer Boy, which is a parody of The Matrix that we also watched when The Matrix came out. It was like one of those, it was on like some film.com or something like that. Short film that's a parody of it. It was great.
Yeah.
Brought me back to where I was.
Cooker Pie with a communal vision. Amelia was right about everything. Somebody time Cooker Pie out. I don't give a fuck how many subs she's given.
Yep.
Somebody time her out. I need a moderator who can follow orders.
It's just like, okay, so, I saw The Matrix when I was in high school. It came out freshman year for me in high school. And God, can you imagine just like being that age and Keanu's like, guns, we need guns. And then like all of these guns fly out and then all the fucking, like the walls are exploding and all these people are getting blown away. Trinity's got like a mini Uzi. She's like lays it into a guy on like a walkie-talkie, but like let him get in. Like we need help, so they could kill all the people on the lobby floor.
Right.
Like, that was amazing, right? Like just that alone. But then you come back to it, right? And it's like, do not try and bend the spoon. Instead realize there is no spoon.
Exactly.
You're the one who's bending.
Right. I mean, that was so trippy, but there's something about it that just like, it's like, that's kind of right, though. It's kind of like how it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's like, okay, so like the part where he can take the red pill or the blue pill, like, do you want to be like Cypher? Like, look at Cypher's a little bitch in that movie. And he's like, oh, I didn't want to be woken up. I want to eat the meat. No, okay, you should have taken the blue pill.
Cougar Pie with another just kind of controversial communal vision. Men have bad taste in movies.
I mean, Euler opinion invalidated. So there you go.
Well, so I'm here to facilitate. I like that we have this discussion going. I think we got into the weeds. I think Cougar Pie's not a fan of The Matrix, which I think really speaks poorly on her. Really just yikes. Well, I don't know if we're just watching Bridges of Madison County over there or what you got on your VHS or DVD, but all right, so
not a good movie, clearly.
Yeah, not a good one.
Oh, I was, okay. So you're a big Matrix head. Okay, how does now this isn't me trying to nitpick the movie. I just want to know if there's an answer to this. How does Cypher like go in to have a secret meeting with the agents, and he doesn't have an operator like getting him back out? How does that work?
In which Matrix film?
The first Matrix, right? Where Cypher, like, he goes in, he jacks in, obviously, to go talk to them, and he does the scene where he's like, I know my body's telling me this is a steak, but I know it's not. But, like, I just wish I could forget and remember and be rich. When he's, like, making the deal with the agent, right? How did he jack back out of the Matrix if he's the only spy? See what I'm saying? Because like Tank is not helping him with meet the agent in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I always assumed that he did it himself because when they open their eyes like a little bit before they pull the plug out.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's just what I assumed, but that's not canon for sure. I think that's an interesting question. And if you had to guess that there was a spy, who do you think it was in addition to Cypher?
I kind of think maybe it was Tank's brother, like whose name Dozer? Is that his name?
Dozer. Yeah.
I think maybe it's because that dude looks like kind of like a Bronx sleazebag.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him being like, yeah, I don't have holes in the Matrix or whatever, but maybe you guys could give me like.
Yeah, it's kind of fake, right? Cougar Pie just terminated you. Good night. Affirmation for women. Listen, if Matrix 1 knocked your socks off, you got to see Matrix 2. The philosophy in it really might go over your head. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you?
And then, so yeah, I think that part's pretty cool. But yeah, just the philosophy of it, like you don't get into, like, I feel like they have the right amount of philosophy in the first movie versus like the second and third where it became like more about the philosophy, but there was still like the perfunctory fight scenes. Like it didn't blend the action with the philosophy as well.
Well, and you have been terminated once again. Namaste. See, I think ultimately it's about that mixture of the karate and the philosophy that really just knocks, like I said, knocks my socks off. It's not just about the kicks. There's all that stuff, you know. He's reading that one philosophy book where he keeps his cool discs. He doesn't even have like regular floppy drives. He keeps the cool. He's a hacker. He lives in a city. He's awake at night and he sleeps during the day. He's got a cool life. He looks handsome, and he keeps all of his cool discs, his hacker discs, in a hollowed out book of some philosophy stuff that I'm not even quite sure about, but beautiful stuff. Matrix Reloaded is fantastic. I think it's even better than the first one. And then the third, each one gets better and better. I haven't seen the last one, but I expect it to be the same. Well, guys, I got to take my pee-pee break. It's pee-pee break time. Namaste, everybody. Sit tight, everybody. Sit tight for the second half of our exploration with Leslie Tanner tonight, where we are discussing the program works. It seems pretty easy to make a program to auto-dial after an hour to get cipher out. Pretty easy to make a pretty easy to make an auto dial after an hour. Yeah, I mean, I could. That's another easy. That's another. But they should have explained it a little bit better. But maybe that's the mystery. Yep, I shoot it like cats. Instead of whatever was happening in those films, let's talk about how hot Keanu Reeves is, especially in John Wick. So you're into the sort of the daddy Keanu. You're not into twink Keanu. We're not into straight twink Keanu Reeves. We are into Papa Reeves. I wonder if we got other people like that. We got other people like that in the chat. Twink Keanu, daddy Keanu. One's for twink, two's for daddy. One for twink, two for daddy. One for twink, two for daddy. Ones, twos. Just follow the right directions. My kidneys aren't going to die. All right, I got to pee. Stick around for the second half of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, in which we explore how this program works for you.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such
relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on Patreon.com. Where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials not available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing.
Last night, I had a dream that I had sex with a horse.
Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, reaching into darkness. Or the skeptic's gamble. Exclusive archival prints, such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, my explorers. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. That was a couple of words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. As was listed, you can get all sorts of resources there. And when you can't find me here on the stream, videos, podcasts, postcards, music downloads, everything is waiting for you tonight just for a couple dollars a month. Now I'm going to say communal vision from Pepperoncini. Do you think that's air you're breathing now? Morpheus, The Matrix, 1999. Yeah, so that's a direct quote from the character Morpheus, played by Lawrence Fishburne, a young, sort of slender, more slender Lawrence Fishburne, sharing that sentiment. That's air you're breathing now. That was a really special part. Taco Shinobi, explorer addicted to porn, not a good person. Thank you so much for, Taco Shinobi subbing for the second month in a row. Namaste, Taco Shinobi. It's wonderful to have you, and it's wonderful to see that this program is resonating inside of you so deeply, so profoundly, that you keep coming back. You're on that second month. Let's see you get to that third month. Let's see you keep going, and let's see how much you can transform to the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Some namastes for our brother Taco Shinobi. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, it's Psyduck.
Psyduck, great to have you back on the program. How are you doing tonight?
Doing fantastic, especially with all this Matrix talk tonight.
Yeah,
one of the pinnacle films.
I see you really contributing quite a bit to the discourse around Matrix. So let's just, for those that haven't figured it out, where are you, on your opinion of the Matrix?
20 out of 10 film. Probably, if it's not already in the Criterion Collection, it definitely should be. Everyone needs to own a copy, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, preferably all three of all of them, maybe not the fourth. And I won't take this bullshit on the Animatrix being a subpar anime. Okay. That's just absolute bullshit and a wrong opinion. But, yeah.
Couldn't agree more with you.
Thank you. What I wanted to get to the bottom of here with you, Guru, was when the little girl says that there is no spoon. What do you take from that?
I think the little girl clears it up right after that, right? I remember there is no spoon. Once you realize there is no spoon, it's actually your mind that you're bending.
I mean, yeah, but maybe that's just the movie, spoon feeding it to you. But I don't know. I feel like there's maybe more there. I feel like that's, part of the program that I'm working now. I'm just constantly second guessing everything in my life. And I mean, I would never dare second guess my love of the Matrix, but I am particularly second guessing that one scene.
Right. Well, it's important, especially given the number of times we've seen that scene. Of course, the familiarity can birth some questions for sure. Pepperoncini with a communal vision. I've seen an agent punch through a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be. Morpheus, talking directly to me, the viewer, Matrix 1999.
That's beautiful, Gene. That's beautiful.
Well, I know we're having fun. I love having fun with this movie. It's one of those things that's so classic. You can joke around about it all day, all night. And of course, I love having fun here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. But I also got to push back a little bit. I think we're having a little too much fun with that. Seventh Dragon Ball. Have you seen the video of the guy who took DMT and looked at a laser on the wall and saw Matrix-style writing in it, then had others try and they saw the same thing? I have not seen that, but I absolutely need to see it. Seventh Dragon Ball, can you please drop a link in the Discord? Can you please? Are you familiar with that, Psyduck?
Yeah, I have seen it. I'm pretty sure all those people are just, obviously taking the DMT beforehand. You're gonna have some stuff going on, but yeah, I mean, it seems legit. I certainly wouldn't question it if I had taken DMT and stared at the laser.
Cougar Pie with a communal vision. Did you read about that guy who became obsessed with the Matrix and murdered his parents?
I did not.
Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah, and did you follow up with that story because they were bad? They're basically Agent Smith.
There's a lot of fake news out there.
Affirmations for days. Listen, run, don't walk. If you can find Matrix on VHS still in 2025, snatch it up.
Grab it.
Let me get one more. Let me get one more for days. I got to make a more broad thing for days. Hold on one moment. Listen, days. Start collecting. First of all, start collecting all sorts of shit, but get into VHS tapes. The earlier, the better.
And modular synthesizers.
Huh?
I said also modular synthesizers.
Modular synthesis. Yeah, we discussed that a couple weeks ago, how the theys should get into modular synthesis. And I just make it their personality for about 7 to 8 years. Pierogi University, I know that when I put it in my mouth, the Matrix is telling my brain that it is juicy and delicious. Cypher, the Matrix. And then we got Cougar Pie with another communal vision. Your call's really inspiring to people. So Cougar Pie says, men are obsessed with the Matrix, Fight Club, and American Payco. Cougar.
American Payco. Yeah.
Womp, womp,
classic
womp.
movie.
Jesus. Oh yeah, we should. Maybe you should bone up on your Matrix before you start. I don't know. Maybe in the Matrix they can teach you how to spell.
The thing that's so funny to me is all these people that are hating on the Matrix, I guarantee they've never fucking seen it. They're scared of it.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
They're scared of it.
That's what I'm saying. I 100% agree with that. There's a fear, there's an acknowledgement of something real inside of it, and they are uncomfortable about the Matrix in general. Now, because I think the question that they're asking themselves after they see it for the first time, and then probably if they even saw it at all, they probably watched it one time and got freaked out because, what really, this is really, somebody brought this up earlier. The Matrix asks, I think it might have been you, the Matrix asking this question, not just having a karate kung fu movie, but asking a question, what if, reality isn't reality? What if we're in the Matrix? And I think that question really freaks people out. Pepperoncini, Tank, I need a literacy program for Cougar Pie. Well, certainly not going to find it here at Explorations. You know my policy on that. I wish you the best, I guess, but honestly, a pretty strong asset to have here in terms of the program. Bodhi Latifa says The Matrix, Fight Club, American Psycho, Gladiator, Black Hawk Down, Heat, Body Heat, Night Moves, Miami Vice, Three Kings, guy shit, says Bodhi Latifa. Thank you, brother Bodhi. Very poignant stuff. Namaste to you.
I feel like all of
Middle
those
Path, if
movies
this doesn't
should be
show up, I'm
lumped
going to put it
together,
on the
but-
screen. I troubleshot the super. One second. There's a super chat coming in from goddamn YouTube, and it's not coming through, so I got to do it manually, and then I got to turn off the YouTube stuff because I don't have any idea what's wrong with it. Here, I'll just do it. I'll do it like it's a Twitch one. 1 second.
I would like to get a peek behind the curtain, if you will, as to how many YouTube viewers versus Twitch viewers we normally get. Because as you said earlier, there's the contention towards YouTube viewers. So that I do not share. Hello to YouTube, I guess. But if there's like 3 people hanging out there, I feel it's maybe a little weird.
Communal Vision from Middle Path. I know Kung Fu from Middle Path. Thank you so much, Middle Path. Namaste to you. No. What was it? Say that question one more time, Psyduck. Let's get to that question.
Just curious as to the ratio of YouTube to Twitch viewers, if it shows you that.
Definitely more on Twitch. Twitch is. Twitch has more functionality, has more of a live streaming scene vibe to it, like because it's what it is. YouTube though is a Wild West. My YouTubers are like they're all these characters in like Cormac McCarthy novels. They're just like kind of fucking rotting, eating each other, using all sorts of words that you can't use anymore. It's beautiful.
Is YouTube TOS more lenient than Twitch, or
no? It's just more like. In some ways, it is not. It's actually harsher, but in some, it's all automated. It's more automated at YouTube. There's not like YouTube admins walking around YouTube lives. It's owned by Google. So Twitch admins will still pop up in these streams and see what's going on. There's 11 over there right now, and then there's about 109 on Twitch right now. So yeah, it's not even close. But some people really, I started it because some people said I fucking hate being on Twitch. Some people on YouTube really hate Twitch, so they just wanted it to be on YouTube as well. So I've done my best to sort of retrofit all the shit for it, even though
I'm wondering the even more niche ratio of those people who hate Twitch but are also on YouTube yet probably have a Kick account. So I know you were mentioning, I don't know if it was the last program or the one before that, the potentially multi-broadcasting also there, but who knows?
I'd love to. The one thing I'm waiting for on Kick is for them to release their whole API, so I can build all this. I can use the programs I use for donations and the little functionality. Here we got another communal vision from Pepperoncini. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in explorations, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. And then a follow-up to that, Cougar Pie setting off a Jazz Express. Cougar Pie sharing, Cormac McCarthy had an underage girlfriend.
That's true.
That's true. That's 100% true. Cormac McCarthy basically groomed a young woman.
Yeah. I mean, not basically, definitely.
Yeah,
but,
probably kind of just did it, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what would it even look like to basically groom someone.
I don't know. Maybe like licking your thumb and then pushing back a little cow lick.
Yeah, maybe putting in some pomade and just trying your best. And And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Beautiful stuff. Namaste. We find ourselves among a jazz express right now. So listen, you go ahead and you talk to me about the Matrix. Let's do a little bit of a duet. You say something about the Matrix, I'll play jazz. We'll just go back and forth and do a little dance with one another. You ready?
Okay.
Okay, you go first.
The White Rabbit. Who is it? Where is it?
Continue.
The White Rabbit. Who is it? Where is it? I'm not the White Rabbit. It's on my computer screen. Neo. Is he Daddy? Is he Twink? Keanu Reeves. Gets older. Old man. Plays with a lot of guns. Also in the Matrix. Had guns.
Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I think let's leave it right there. Siduk with the gun. Thank you so much for your call tonight. I really appreciate you sort of performing musically, spiritually, sensually with me for that little brief time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste, Siduk. Namaste, Cooker Pie. Thank you so much for that reminder. Cormac McCarthy absolutely did have an underage girlfriend. 100%. Groomed a young lady. I'm pretty sure she was homeless at the time. An underage homeless young woman. I'm sorry, I love the Matrix so much that people seem to have a problem. Namaste. Listen, don't apologize for shit, Siduk. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Namaste. My sci-fi is so good that over the years I maybe upwards of $0. Namaste. I don't know what that means. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. I thought she was 22, Sister. No, she was definitely a minor. That's what the article said, at least. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, it's Middle Path.
Middle Path, how are you doing? We got Middle Path from YouTube.com hitting us up finally. Namaste. How are you tonight, Middle?
I am fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm on cloud nine. I'm very excited to be talking to you. Have you called before?
Yeah, I used to call in under Barry McCockiner.
Okay. I was going to say your voice sounds familiar.
Indeed. I just wanted to say that, a lot of people missed the prequel to The Matrix. Came out 14 years before
Craigulator's
Commando.
gifting. One moment, I want to hear all about this. But Craigulator's just gifted 10 community subs. Craigulators, July 3rd, heading into July 4th, the 4th of July, Independence Day here in the United States, gifting 10 community subs. Generous beyond generosity. Namaste to Brother of Devoted Light, moderator, explorer, Craigulators. Namaste to you, brother. So, I'm touched. Genuinely, I'm touched by it. Well, listen, let's so what's the prequel to The Matrix?
Commando, 1985, with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll have to check that out. I appreciate the tip.
Yep. He's John Matrix. And that's all I wanted to say. Have a great night, Leslie.
Well, listen, no,
Namaste.
before you go, I do want to just kind of pick your mind a little bit. The program works tonight, the theme. So listen, obviously the program's working for you, Middle Path. You've been here. You've been putting in the work. That's obvious with anyone who's been paying any amount of attention. So talk to me, how would you say that this program has affected your life personally?
I'd say it went from rough to smooth to glassy.
Rough to smooth to glassy. Talk to me about that. So we found you at rough. What did rough look like in your case?
Doing all the drugs I could find, meeting up with crazy ladies who crazy things, and now I'm getting macaroni made for me by a beautiful young lady.
Now you're getting macaroni. What was this again?
She's making macaroni for me.
So you went from just kind of getting fucked up all the time and being aimless. You got a girl, and she's making macaroni noodles for you.
Indeed. What could be better?
What wonderful. You got a sauce on those noodles, or are you just eating them raw?
Ooh, I've not tried them raw, but that sounds
Or I guess
delectable.
cooked, but with without sauce.
However she makes them, I don't know. I'm on the other side of the house.
So what do you expect? She puts the bowl down in front of you. You got that perfect al dente on the macaroni noodles. Are you expecting like a marinara, an Alfredo, or maybe just a basic cheese sauce?
Hopefully blue box sauce, man. The dinosaur.
So you're in the classics.
2 things of nachos tonight too from some Mexican restaurant.
Classic gentleman.
Yeah, and I'm doing nothing for her. Program works.
Wow, beautiful stuff. Well, listen, I'd love to work with the lady over there if she's ever tempted to participate, tempted to put the most effective personal power program into her life. The more the merrier is what I say.
Right now, she's listening to you upstairs. Mandy, call in.
Mandy. Listen, it doesn't have to be tonight. I understand that it's getting late. Not everyone's got this late night energy. I don't know. Are you guys a couple of late night owls over there?
I know I am. I know she's dead tired.
Okay, so listen, Mandy. Listen, if you don't have the energy right now, just save it up. All right, call us. Give us a call. Michaela will be that first call. That I can guarantee. After that intensity passes, then there will be another spot for you to call, and I'd love to speak to you, Mandy. Namaste. Well, listen, you've been very generous with your time, Middle Path. I really appreciate it. You go enjoy your macaroni and enjoy that glass smooth life delivered to you by Explorations with Leslie Tanner.
Indeed. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste, brother. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff, guys. The program works. What can you say? If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 damn times. The program works. Mandy Dickinson over at YouTube.com. No, it's not the right last name. I don't know how to read. But Mandy, namaste to you. It's great to have you. It's great to have you in the fold here. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. I got a little Nindy New Explorer of the Month. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
This is Alistair.
Alistair, welcome back to the program. How you doing tonight, Alistair?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. We're having a nice, active night. We're exploring that the program works, how the program has affected us in our lives.
It seems like you're having a rough time, though.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
I don't know. Some of the callers, it didn't seem like you were jiving with them.
What did it look like? What did it look like to you on the outside? Who was I not jiving with?
The one that was talking about she was a manager at a hospital. Yeah.
Oh, Beeps.
It was a rough show. Yeah. It was a rough show.
Yeah, so Beeps, you're getting feedback on your call, hon. Rough is the word that was just used. Beeps, rough. Listen, I cherish speaking to Beeps. We sort of have a shorthand. I'll clear that up. I can kind of be just kind of frank with Beeps because she's been part of the program for so long.
Well, no, it wasn't just that. It was, I don't know, it seemed like you were upset during the show. I wonder how you're doing.
Oh, brother, I'm doing great. I'm 10 out of 10 all night tonight.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm doing 10. I mean, so let me kind of clarify that a little bit. So when I say 10 out of 10, what I mean is activated. I'm fully activated in the entire, depth and breadth of my being a man. So, as part of that, being upset sometimes.
The periscope of it.
Yes, but there's nothing to worry about being upset. I hate, anger and frustration, disappointment, hatred even can be so powerful, Alistair.
No, it's not that you were angry. I just felt like you were upset, if you know what I mean.
Upset. Like disappointed, sad?
Just like disoriented, maybe a little bit. We all have those days. I mean,
no. Listen, I guess this is actually a very good question, Alistair, and I'm happy to discuss this with you. So that disorientation, yeah, I mean, it's very possible that I was disoriented, Alistair. Very possible. After all, this program, people ask what the program is. Of course, I can tell them about the tenets, but the program itself is the chaos. It is the disorientation. It's all of us in this room together right now, using the tenets and using this call-in show to unlock the power. It's all very carefully designed to do exactly that. So I think I'm understanding what you're saying a little more clearly now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's just part and parcel of the program. If you stick around long enough, you'll probably start to feel disoriented yourself too.
I called in before, and
you did.
Yeah,
I remember.
I enjoy the program. I do.
How long have you been around here, Alistair?
Maybe 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So enough to be a part of it, certainly. But I can tell, if you keep going along this path of the next level here at the program, the power that we've barely begun unlocking the power inside of you. I'm so excited for the coming weeks and months for you to feel the true Alistair coursing, screaming in your veins right now.
Well, yes, and I want that for you also, Leslie.
Yeah, so you've been here for 2-3 weeks and you're worried about me?
I'm not worried. I
sound worried.
I encourage the path that you're going on.
Oh, brother, my path, it'd be so hard for me to describe what my path even is, Alistair. I made this. I made the path on which you find yourself, and it's been extremely painful. It's been extremely destructive. Real quick, before we continue along this line of thought, though, we have a communal vision from OM Godspeed. Hey, explorers, have you ever watched Dune? It's almost the opposite of The Matrix, but in a good way. Instead of a world run by computers, they aren't allowed. Instead of kung fu and gunfights, they shoot darts and fight with swords. There's still a lot of killing and stuff to think about, and they got a bunch of different versions over the years, even a book or two. It's worth a look. Namaste. Have you checked out Dune, this Dune, Alistair?
Yes, I watched the first and the second movie, and the one from 1984, I believe. Directed by David Lynch.
Yeah, you
directed
watched
by
that one?
David Lynch. And I read the book. I have read the book.
There's a bunch of them, right? Bunch of those books?
Yeah, there's a whole anthology of those.
Yeah. Did you just read that first one? You're like all set?
Well, I mean, I think his son wrote some of those books.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right about that.
But yes, I am familiar with Dune.
Yeah. So did you like those movies?
I liked the new ones. I didn't enjoy those. That was like the first time I went to the movie theater in a while. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You
yeah.
go to the theater.
A cinematic
and you
event.
see- Correct.
It
And
really-
the first one and the second one was really good, I thought.
I loved both of them myself as well. I loved both of those movies. And how would you compare them to The Matrix?
To The Matrix? I wouldn't really compare them to The Matrix.
What do you mean
The
by...
Matrix,
Yeah, go ahead.
The Matrix was its own universe in itself. And it tried to compare itself to our ethereal world by saying we're batteries and, for machines, which I guess could relate to the real world. But as far as Dune, I think that's more of like a sci-fi. I don't know how to relate that to.
You just see them as two different things that are difficult to even compare to one another.
Yes.
Yeah, they're just they're totally different. Stories different. Both a white guy saving the world.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I won't put race into it, but if that's what you want to do, I mean,
the race is already there. You know what I mean?
yeah. And then you can compare it to Blade, starring Wesley Snipes.
Very eager. Blade, Wesley Snipes. Now that's a good one. That's a good one. Blade is.
You know what movie I just saw that was really well made was Nosferatu.
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
It's really good, and it's actually based off of a ripoff of Bram Stoker's Dracula. Like, it was based off of a ripoff of a movie, so it shouldn't actually exist because of copyright.
So it's like okay, and how did they get away with it?
Well, they got away with it because the movie is so old. I mean, the original Nosferatu is so old.
Yeah, I don't like that stuff.
But the new one is
Don't
really
like it.
good.
Don't like that old stuff. I think this old stuff is very boring to me.
But the new one is really well made. It was made by the same person who made The Witch. Have you seen The Witch?
Yes, I have. Loved The Witch.
It's made by the same person that's the director that made The Watchtower.
No idea what that is.
Oh, that's the one with, yeah. All right. Well, I would highly recommend, find the director, Roger Eggers, I think his name is.
Oh, yeah. 'Fluxstorm 0. Caller, how do you feel about the movie True Lies?
I think his name is. Oh, yeah. I mean, I won't put race into it, but if that's what you want to do, I mean.
True Lies?
Oh, that's the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. She does like a little striptease
She was
in it.
hot. She was hot in that movie.
Yep, that's what see, my dude. Well, listen, this is beautiful. Now, listen, before we get any further into the weeds of this movie, so I feel like we could just kind of chew the fat all night about these movies. Tell me how this program has affected, because there's some people, you haven't been here, 2-3 weeks is long enough to really be a part of it, but not quite long enough to feel the full extent of your power. So I want you to speak directly to some people in the chat right now who have been around, they're newly initiated, they're still trying to feel it out. What would you tell them right now about what their future holds for them here at Explorations?
Well, I truly believe your program exemplifies some sort of energy that is coming upon the zeitgeist of the world. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like you're not trolling people. You are genuine in your ambitions, and I think the world needs real ambition with what's going on right now. I don't think we're going to war. I don't think the politics will encompass us. I don't believe in that. And you truly encompass, if we're talking politically, both sides. Ironically, you are directly in the middle, and that is where you are. And we all need to center ourselves. And I think you are doing a great thing in helping people center themselves.
Alistair, I wish I could take the recording of what you just shared and just run it on every network. I wish I could run it on every billboard. I wish I could run it on every ad banner. You said something real. I think I don't want to say anything to sort of mussy it up. It was beautiful the way you just put it.
Thank you. I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate even the chat. I mean, I was in the Discord talking with people, and I appreciate the community. I think it's a very positive community. Mm-hmm. It's not toxic, which there's a lot of toxic people in the world.
You're absolutely.
And I think you're funny. So.
Yeah, I
appreciate that.
We have fun. I like that. Fun is very important to me. Fun is so important to me. I think it's very important to take seriously fun, right? It's important to not play games with fun. The way leave fun for children. For adults, it's serious fun. It's none of this complacent grab ass bullshit. You gotta mean it. You gotta mean it, and it means, and to mean something as an adult, if you're gonna be a silly little grab ass, you go play with the daycare. You go play with the retarded children. If you are coming here as an adult and you're gonna play for real, then you need to take it seriously. That's what I have to say.
Well, I think a good lesson for everybody is take what you do seriously, but don't take yourself so seriously.
Sure. Listen, you've dropped so many pearls. I kind of just want to leave it right there, Alistair.
All right. Well, thank you, Leslie. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Of course. We'll be back Saturday if you're around, okay?
Okay.
All right. Namaste, brother.
Be in touch. Namaste. Bye.
Bye-bye. Great to speak to Alistair, huh? What a peach. What a goddamn peach. The way you just kind of wrapped it up. Seeing exactly what this is about, exactly what we're about, vibing, resonating. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight? Real quick communal vision from OM Godspeed. Another great movie was Aliens. It combined the visceral horror of a monster sneaking through the walls that made the original great with bombastic, guns-blazing action to create something even better than the original. Ellen Ripley is a badass, and Paxton is funny in his fear. Game over, man. Check it out, Explorers. That's from OM Godspeed. Thank you so much, Godspeed.
He couldn't be more wrong, and how fucking dare you, Leslie? How fucking dare you give out an Explorer of the Month to not me? This is... Okay, it's late. Okay, you can explain yourself. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Hold on one moment. I'm trying to understand a message that a moderator sent me.
Yeah, your little crew of 2 fucking people. That's the other thing I'm getting even mad about. I've asked you now, and you can't even dispute this. I've asked you multiple times. What are the responsibilities of a mod that you don't entrust me with? Oh, you don't trust me that if someone says an F or an S or a B word that I can't say timeout for 30 seconds? You don't trust me enough after the program that I've worked for many weeks or months at a time.
What are you talking about? I'm so confused.
What am I? Nah,
are you mad
no.
because you're not a moderator?
No. Well, okay. So yes, the guru is correct. Number 1, mad I'm not a moderator. Number 2, you're just doling out Explorer of the Months to fucking nobodies when I've called in innumerable times. I've elucidated and illuminated every part of your program to everybody else. Relax, covet, etc. I've done it all. And then it's Jenny and Larry Picklejar because he throws money down your gullet. You give him one, and then there's not an angry Mike. The nerve. I'm really upset. I'll calm down. It's fine.
No, you don't need to calm down. It's not offending me. I don't. Angry Mike, listen.
It should offend you. I'm being very offensive right now. It should offend you right now. Being very offensive. I'm very offended, and it should offend you. And you're just taking it like you're Neo from the Matrix. Have you talked about that tonight yet?
The Matrix?
No, Neo.
We did a little bit, not as much as we should have.
Well, debatable, because a little bit is probably too much when you think about it. He's a kind of a Superman hero that's irrelevant and, you know, it's kind of a Deus
How do you feel about the Matrix?
You know?
Angry Mike. First of all, coming in hot, nothing but complaints. How do you feel about the Matrix? Let's just cut let's cut to the chase. Jessica Bears, good. Angry Mike, just hang in there. Maybe if you work
I don't want to get in a fight with you over the Matrix. It's not what I called in about. I'm saying A or B. Leslie Tanner entrusts Angry Mike to make sure the chat doesn't get out of control. Why would you say A on that? You know what I mean?
What's B?
Is yes.
You're not a moderator.
No, exactly.
You're not going to be a moderator.
You gotta, but why though? When you think about it, why though?
What
you
is
know
this?
What I mean?
What is this? No.
Because I can't take it. It's almost, you know, when you scrunch up your gut, you just can't understand a person's irrational position. It comes out as why. You know,
we got
it's
a quick guided meditation. Quick guided meditation from Hypocryptomatic. Tamps go on the front hole.
Well, you got to guide me through this meditation.
Yeah, be quiet. You have to be quiet. You're fucking it up.
I did it.
It's important to center yourself. The instructions on the tampons are maybe the most tyrannical, misguided documents on the face. LeslieTanner.com holds a revised edition of these tampon instructions. Instructions of how to insert it, where to insert it. First revision, it goes in the front hole. Second revision, there's only one revision.
Butthole.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much, Hypocryptomatic. Jessica Bear said, Angry Mike, just hang in there. Maybe if you work, it will be you next month.
That's what I'm. Listen, but I don't. Jessica, God love her. You know what I mean? She's one of the tippy tops. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to have you string me along like I'm some cuckold sitting in some Ramada Inn waiting for you to finish and then I get nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that kind of guy. I need to know, Leslie. You need to make a commitment to me that the program will.
Here you go. Here's an opportunity. In some way, a winner is the biggest loser here at Explorations because ultimately, you know, we're all going to die, right?
Right. I knew that.
And dying is what here at Explorations?
Relaxing.
Well, in that it is bad and you're what are you once you die? What's the word we use?
You are a failure.
Yes, a failure, a loser. You failed and you lost. Therefore, each and every single one of us, the reality that you just said yourself are running from, that you're a failure, you're a loser, and you're tired of it. You don't want to be a little cuck baby bitch. You want to be a top dog champion winner.
Which I am.
Definitely not. You're not the Explorer of the Month. You're not a moderator. You called up and complained about how you've lost everything. You deserve all this. You deserve all that. And you haven't gotten a single goddamn one of these things you think you deserve. That's not winner shit.
I know. I'm asking you how to be winner, though. Every time I've tried to apply to infatuations, you tell me the queue's filled up. Meanwhile,
you shouldn't listen. If you're trying to win at Explorations, you are squandering the greatest personal power program that's ever existed. Swivs, namaste to you. Welcome to Explorations.
That's not fair to me. Do you know how much time I've spent on Explorations to tell me I've wasted all this
Side
time?
up with the gun, communal vision. Oh, Mike, so mad. His face a purple hue. No Explorer of the Month for him, it's true. He stomped and roared a fearsome, grumpy sound. The angriest explorer ever found. His compass shattered, map in shreds and tatters. I faced a bear. I solved mysterious matters. He raged and ranted, kicked a sturdy tree. Angry Mike, as mad as he could be.
Listen, I would love to be angry about that, but if you threw that into an Amazon prompt or something, that would be a children's book. It would make hundreds. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the Angry Mike character would make thousands, but I know you'd get
Namaste to Fram Weird.
$800.
Fram Weird, 500 bits. Namaste, brother Fram.
Oh, a nothing? Oh, I'll be quiet for a nothing.
Simping for Leslie Tanner, 1 bit. And Zasirse gifting a sub. Namaste to you.
The 1 bits I will not be quiet for. I will not be quiet for a 1 bit or a 2 bit. But a 500 bit, should we do a nothing together? I can do it.
We already did
I'm
it.
almost sure of it.
Okay, let's do
we
another
did
one. Let's do another one. You talked right
All
through
right,
it.
how long is a nothing though?
It's like 30 seconds.
All right, I can do that. Ready? Not even a problem.
Hateful violence is
Does it
almost
start
always
now,
a
though?
setting, and mass shootings are definitely
after the quote,
another
then.
one of those times.
Okay, nothing.
So now.
Yeah, stop talking.
No, done.
Stop.
I didn't talk. That. I didn't fart.
One criticism I have of the enlightened, either religious or
Quote.
secular, is that their
A quote during
hysterics
nothing?
about
All
the
right,
end
now I'm
of
gonna
the
start
Nothing's
talking
over. There's a
religion
quote now.
aren't nearly hysterical enough. Their flailing becomes yet another defense against an internal calamity, the scale of which they can't even whisper aloud to themselves.
That's a good quote.
Got another.
When
is a good
faced
one.
with the
Another
eternal
quote.
abyss at the beginning of time,
All of them are good
God
when you
couldn't
think
bear
about it.
to face
Yeah,
himself,
right.
but also
Right?
couldn't bring
There's not a
himself
loser
to
in the
commit
bunch.
suicide.
I'm talking over
And
it. I'm
so
sorry, but you'll
he
get it back
created the
in
other,
due time.
damning us all, and somehow mustered the confidence to demand affection. Relatable, sure, but equally and utterly contemptible.
Was it the one where you said poor people are garbage, or was it something else?
No, that one was earlier. Communal Vision from Jessica Bears. Tropes had a great idea. What if we make Angry Mike failure of the month?
No.
Quote,
Jessica.
Quote.
No, but this is unfair. Leslie, I've been through this. I've been through this kind of filibustering. What do you think? I'm Hakeem
Progress
Jeffries?
where?
Like I give a fuck? Please.
Conserve
Oh, he could be good at football.
In what
if he
direction
tried.
and to
I
what
mean,
extent?
Anybody could.
Once
What do you
again,
think about it?
far better to have a severe intellectual disability
lot to
and a
say,
loaded
though.
gun than carry these fairy tales around.
I hope it's over.
Jesus
honestly.
Christ. Okay, listen.
I'm sorry, man. I can't hear it. I know I know every one of your quotes by heart, and I've
I know
written them
that,
down.
but I'm telling you that like it's time to when I say quote, it's time to be quiet. Affirmation for women. Sleeper of the century, Matrix 3.
No.
Yeah, the moment when the Sentinels come through the ceiling, that's for women everywhere. And there's not as much not as much
He's right,
philosophy
guys.
in it, so it won't be that, it'll be
No, he's
nicer.
right. It's like all the sperms go and try to get the eggs. It is like it, and it is a good scene, but they don't win. The sperms don't win, ladies, so you win when you think about it.
Right,
the eggs
exactly.
survived
It's a
with no
feminist-
sperms.
Matrix 3 is maybe the most poignant feminist film ever made.
It is. Matrix 2 is a very masculine movie, though,
Matrix
when
2
you
is
think
for the
about
boys.
it. Oh, it's for the boys that when they're on the fucking highway just causing nonsense. That's a boys' film. Thank you, ladies. Move on. Go to Matrix 3 with your eggs and your sperms, that don't get there.
Now, listen, Angry Mike, I will tell you, though, after this call, you have actually moved further away from Explorer of the Month. I think you...
That's not...
Yep, I
that's
think
not
you have
fair.
actually done...
It's
You've
not
done yourself
fair.
a massive disservice by calling and behaving
I knew
like
I shouldn't
this.
have called. I was going to be honest with you. I didn't want to be bitter about it, but I was so bitter about it, so I had to call. But I felt like I could push through and compliment the Matrix enough that I'd push my vote. I know you said it was a landslide, which means I was like in fucking fourth place or something, but I feel like if I called in and I was like, yo, Keanu
Psychic
Reeves
emergency,
stick was good.
emergency, please hold.
Okay, I'll be quiet. I when you tell me to be quiet, I'm quiet.
All right, yeah, be quiet.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Pepperoncini to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 400 Mr. Beast posting like he's hood 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 Mr. Beast posting like he's hood. Repeat. Cheer 400
400 for a penis now?
Beast
What happened?
like
Thanks,
he's hood
Trump
Beast
and
posting like
and
he's hood
Vance.
Mr. Beast posting like
And
he's hood Mr. Beast
who's the guy that
posting
runs
like
the
he's
house
hood
now?
Mr. Beast
I don't remember who
posting
runs the
like he's
house.
hood Mr.
Please
Beast
be quiet.
posting like
Ron?
he's hood Mr. Beast
Fine.
posting like he's hood Mr. Beast 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 posting like he's hood Mr.
I feel like
Beast
it is
posting
Mitch
like he's
McConnell's
hood
fault,
Mr.
though.
Beast
I
posting
can't
like
explain
he's hood
why.
Mr. Beast posting like he's hood. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Namaste. Well, Angry Mike, listen, what
Namaste.
a perfect...
Listen.
Kavinsky,
It-
namaste,
it's-
welcome.
listen.
But listen, what a perfect way to end tonight.
Last caller? Okay,
yeah,
last caller has
So
to bump me up in the Explorer
Johnny
rankings, right?
Micro rating, brother Johnny, blessings and namaste to you.
Brother Johnny,
we got a
namaste.
quick psychic
Everybody loves
emergency. Be
Brother
quiet,
Johnny.
psychic emergency, quiet.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Takoshinobi to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 400. The best way to care for your fleshlight is to wipe it down after every use with a rag or washcloth soaked in hot water and wrung out well. The flesh part of it comes out of its hard plastic casing and is open on both ends, which allows users to turn it inside out for cleaning purposes. Repeat. Cheer 400.
He's
The
right.
best way to care for your fleshlight is to wipe it down after every use with a rag
My
or
mom told me
washcloth
that.
soaked in hot water and wrung out well. The flesh part of it comes out of its hard plastic casing and is
Her
open on
friend's
both
a
ends,
whore.
which allows users to turn it
It
inside
was
out
because
for
of my
cleaning
mom.
purposes. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Why do I get to hear penises now? You upgraded your system. Listen, namaste. I'm going to be the winner next month, so I don't even fucking care what
No,
else
you're
you have
so
to say,
far.
honestly.
No, you've actually, I mean, you like, if you were like kind of mid, you're like way down the list now. Way
Like
down the list.
30% or 40%. I mean, I can listen, Leslie. Much can happen in the month of July when you think about it. We got fireworks tomorrow. You've done a great show.
Listen, you don't call very often, and this was like a 14-minute long call of you just bitching and losing and bitching. And this
all right,
you're
listen,
so far.
We'll
you
see.
are so far.
We'll
This will
see,
never happen for you.
Like Neo said in the Matrix 5, we'll see, Leslie. Namaste.
All right, namaste. Well, guys, thank you so much for that. Was Angry Mike? It's not going to happen. Special shout out to Nindy New for the Explorer of the Month, July 2025. Another congratulations to Nindy New, who will be receiving a special piece of merch in the mail. Communal Vision from Craigulators, July 3rd party in Elk Lodge. You won't show up. So that's Craigulators, our sort of social coordinator master here, holding it down, declaring a hangout July 3rd party on the Discord server tonight, directly after the show. We are going to take this energy over. If you are looking for a place to hang out, guys, take it on over to the Elk Lodge on the Discord server. You're going to find camaraderie. You're going to find some good times. You're going to find some friends. If you are looking to get involved and meet some people, tonight's a really great night. The vibe's going to be terrific. I already know it. Special thank you again to Johnny Micro for that raid. Brother Johnny, blessings and namaste and welcome to the raid. You caught me right at the end. Johnny, I hope the stream went okay, but sometimes they don't, you know? Sometimes it's, and you got to admit that they're not going good sometimes. I don't know what tonight was. Was it a bad one? Was it a good one? How was it? Talk to me right now. I'll be looking in the chat. Thank you so much to my Twitch guys. Thank you so much to my YouTubers, though. All like 13 of you, you sons of bitches. I love you. I cherish you. Weird energy over there, and I really am thankful every single time I see your names pop up. Blessings and namaste. Also, blessings and namaste to my mods. Blessings and namaste to my community of devoted light that you see right here. Guys, if you want to join the Patreon, my community of devoted light at patreon.com. You can get some nice little stuff, get some videos, get the monthly postcard, etc., etc. Instructions below and a link. Guys, good night. Yeah, Flying Vita, good to see you. Namaste. Vita, wonderful to see you. Namaste to you guys. We'll be back Saturday night with another exploration with Leslie Tanner. Saturday night, you know, we're on a roll with Saturday nights. We're gonna put a nice little raid together for those of you that are trying to hang out on Twitch. If you want to hang out on Discord, you head right over there right now. If you want to hang out on Twitch, we're gonna put a nice little raid together for a streamer that I caught on Twitch. It was a couple weeks ago, and I kind of earmarked the thing like this guy's going somewhere. This guy, I don't know. There was just something special. I'm trying to remember even exactly what he was playing, but there was just something special, something magnetic, and he could really use some support, really use like some follows and some namaste. So let's go ahead and get a nice little raid going over to there. Otherwise, guys, head on over to the Discord server where we will be having a July 3rd party. Craigulators, again, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. Kook, to Craig, to everybody else who gifted subs. Congratulations to Nindy New. Guys, we'll see you on Saturday night. Namaste.